Hello, everybody, and welcome to the final showcase for video games. Is it time for redemption? Yeah, never. We'll never have another one ever again. But, yeah, Summer Games Fest was okay. There were a few cool things, but really hoping that Xbox brings the games that we're looking forward to.
I agree, which historically I don't think Xbox tends to publish the types of games that I'm most interested in, but you never know. They get cool third-party stuff sometimes. So, like Expedition 33 last year came out of nowhere at the Xbox showcase. Game of the year so far this year, so who knows?
Who knows? That being said, have we been spoiled on anything at all before going into this reaction? Personally, no. But I know Leo has a few things
I got
been able
spoiled
to
on.
see.
Yeah, I got spoiled on one thing. As hard as I tried not to go on social media, I got what's the word? I got not sucker punched, something like that, out of nowhere. Through a text, not even Discord, not even social media, and I was like, "Oh no!"
Bro got bamboozled.
It is what it is. I wasn't like upset, but I was like, "Oh, okay." It is what it is.
It happens. I feel like I have a pretty good guess, but we'll see.
We'll see. You can let me know. Once the thing that I got spoiled on happens, I can say, and then you can tell me if it's what you thought.
Okay. I don't want to speak it, but yeah.
Yeah, no. We won't speak anything into existence. We'll wait until it happens. But we got a 2-hour showcase again, so I'm sure there's plenty of other stuff that I have absolutely no idea on.
100%. All right, dudes. Yeah. I think we should just get right into it, but before I do, quick warning. I do see Max's reaction to the Xbox Game Showcase, and then in parentheses, with licensed music muted. So have that button on have the mouse on the mute button there, real quick, just in case.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not as much as yesterday's was.
One can only hope.
How did that end up looking in studio afterwards? How many copyrights did it give?
It was 2 copyrights. One was Mad World, but like we were able to mute them for the most part. It was just like a few seconds of the song playing during the beginning. Yeah. Any other showcases you'll react to? I took a look at like the Future Games showcase, but all the comments underneath it aren't the most positive. It was like, hey, there's a few games in your advertisements. So, I don't know if I should check that one out, not gonna lie. This might be the final one.
Yeah. I would consider looking at, like, the Day of the Devs thing, like, maybe in my own time later, just because I feel like that's just gonna be a lot of little things that's like, oh, that seems kind of neat. Maybe I'll add it to my Steam wish list. But, like, it's not gonna have anything too big or crazy to really, like, hone in on, I guess, compared to, like, a State of Play or a Summer Game Fest or a Game Awards or an Xbox showcase, so
yeah, for sure. But at least, stay on top of the news when it comes to new video games. That could be kind of cool. You never know what comes out of the indie scene.
Very true.
Bear in mind that a lot of the showcase is dedicated to the Outer Worlds too. Well, I don't think Leo would be quite opposed to that. And I mean, I do like Obsidian, so you never know. Could be something cool there. But all right.
True.
I think that's just about everything. Let's get straight down to the countdown.
Yes.
All right. I guess we can do it like how we did last time. We'll start with your countdown. And in case if we pause, then I'll do the countdown.
Okay. Yeah. We'll do the same thing. So I'll do 3, 2, 1, go again, and I'll hit play on go.
Roger
so
that.
If you want to hit it on 1 in case of any delays or whatever.
All right.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, chat. Don't forget to let me know if audio is good or not.
Yeah, same.
No, woke up early today, got hit by all the spoilers. Sag. to the right, Chia. Forget! I command you! Oh. Outer Worlds.
I think this is, yeah, Outer Worlds right off the bat.
Do you think I care that the colony is in disarray? We didn't come
Do you think I care?
down in pointless warfare. We came to spread freedom and liberate resources for profit. But this pesky Earth Directorate agent is mucking things up. They're not alone in doing so. And they think they can just choose how things play out.
I do like this game's style.
To protect its brainwashing technology,
Yeah, I like it too.
need to improve our market share.
I do enjoy a good
What if this
sci-fi
stranger
setting with a nice
aligned
art
with the
style.
order and that world computer of theirs? That could be the key to closing the rift.
That's
that
Mother
threaten
from
the colonies.
Futurama?
So
Haven't seen Futurama before.
must be wiped from the face of
I haven't either.
existence.
It's one of those things I always hear I
Or
should watch, like Avatar.
side through
Yeah.
the power of
From my understanding, it's like
capitalism.
one of the better adult cartoons out there.
Now, let's get out there and buy our
Future Man
way
like
to
sci-fi? No
victory.
way! Whoa!
The two science bros enjoying sci-fi. Who could have believed such a revelation? But it really does kind of give the feeling of just Fallout in space.
Yeah, that's what I was really looking for from the first one. I mean, it kind of gave the feel, just not quite as good as Fallout itself.
Gotcha.
But I would hope that Outer Worlds 2 is an improvement. Get more like that feel, or better establish it as its own thing. I don't know.
One can only hope that the sequels are an improvement.
Yeah. Yep.
Look at that hero. Now that is a BFG.
An adventure made for
Outer Worlds,
capitalism.
October
by
29th, okay.
capitalism.
Cool beans.
Inflate our impressions and egos.
Good to
by
have a date
staying
finally.
tuned after the showcase.
Did you know that Cashew is streaming Necopara right now?
I did.
World
Members only. Thank goodness.
Yeah, can't have a situation like the first one.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I've just been so depressed lately.
You know, it would fix everything. Humansupreme.
Excuse me? Human
This has got to be like High on Life 2 or something.
so many like
I never
just
played the first one, but like
colorful games.
sci-fi comedy shooter. Yeah, this has to be High on Life.
Yeah, I never heard of this before.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I think it's written by the same creator as Rick and Morty, I think.
Ah, I gotcha.
So I'm sure that how much you enjoy this is going to really depend on how you feel about Rick and Morty.
I've never seen Rick and Morty either. I've just seen some of the memes.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I've seen the first 3 seasons. I don't know how many there are now. I think it's at least 6 or 7.
Well, to be fair, the only meme that I know is the Pickle Rick one.
That has to be the biggest one. Pickle Rick and Show Me What You Got.
Yeah.
I feel like are probably the
Humans
2
are
biggest.
barely sentient. Scientists have done studies, and their brains are like half the size of ours.
Yeah. High on Life 2.
I like how they did the 2 in the bottle like that. That was cool. It's on season 8 now? Oh my god.
My goodness.
world premiere.
Oh, the creator was removed from... Oh, right. He had some allegations or something.
Ah, yikes. Can they just not?
Yeah, right? Okay, I like the visuals.
Honestly, this intro kind of reminds me of the game that they used to showcase Unreal Engine 5 when they first released it. But that seemed more like a tech demo.
I feel like they're showing a lot of different eras or something. There was like ships, now there's like the Colosseum, like I mean pirate stuff, you got tomb raiding, like
I don't know. I hesitate to say like a new Assassin's Creed game because I don't think it is. But might be something completely different.
Yeah, I think it's too soon.
Yeah.
They just released Shadows, and I think they have another one announced already. Unless this is the first look at it. Oh, damn, giant minotaur. Oh, is this gonna be like a Pan's Labyrinth kind of thing?
Resonance. I would assume so, judging from the O.
Oh, it's a Plague Tale thing.
How does that connect
is
to
that
Plague
supposed to mean
Tale?
it's a Plague Tale spinoff? Right. Like, I played the first Plague Tale, but I don't see the...
You can't do this to us and not talk about it at all.
Right.
Bruh.
Okay. Maybe they should show games other than Silksong running on this to show the power of it, though.
No, no. Just show Silksong to taunt everybody.
Oh. So this is just like a Xbox-specific version of the handheld that company already has?
First. And that's
Maybe.
what you've seen from us over the years. We've led the industry.
I've heard good things about the RG Ally, so...
We championed crossplay.
Yeah, I have too.
We delivered
like it's a good
Game Pass,
competitor to
first
Steam
on
Deck.
console,
Yeah.
then on PC, and with cloud gaming. So what's next? How can we give you even
And same
more freedom,
Oblivion.
more
I thought that was
choice,
really
more
funny.
ways to play? Our next step is to unify your gaming, no matter where you buy or play. So we're building an Xbox
Silksong is
experience
confirmed a
designed
release
for
title for
players,
this handheld?
not
Is
locked
it?
to a single store or tied to one device.
Oh.
The Xbox Ally is an
They've said
Xbox you can
2025
hold
before
in your
too, so
hands, bringing together
I mean,
the
we're already
power
halfway
of
through the
Xbox
year.
and the freedom of Windows.
They 100%
On
know what
this
they're
Xbox,
doing.
you can play
They
games
just have
across your
Silksong there in the
entire
background. A
including
little
all
bit
the Windows
blurry.
PC game stores, from Xbox and Battle.net to Steam, GOG, and Ubisoft Connect. And the highly anticipated
Okay.
Hollow Knight Silksong
It's
will
nice
be
that it can-
available
oh.
at launch and in Game Pass
Hey,
and
at
Ally
launch.
releases later this
Yeah.
year. In fact, every new game you see in today's show
So
will be
whenever this
playable on
launches,
the Xbox Ally.
it'll be there, I guess.
We have always wanted you to have the unique experience of Xbox.
Bro, I bet you they're
on
just gonna
any
shadow
screen.
drop Silksong at some
That's
point.
why we're investing in Xbox Play Anywhere.
Honestly,
Whether
they
you're
could
playing
get away
on
with
console, PC, Smart TV, or any Windows handheld like the new Xbox Ally, the Xbox experience roams with you.
it. Stream from the
Your
cloud and like
library,
that, you've
progression,
lost me.
friends,
Yeah, I don't
achievements.
like...
There
it's
are
just...
over
If you don't have like
1,000
tip-top
Xbox Play Anywhere games
internet,
on Xbox,
it's not
today.
feasible.
Yeah.
And every new game you see in today's
I mean,
show,
cloud
Is
streaming
that
in
how this
general
works?
just...
Can you not
and our
download it to
studios is
the
Xbox
thing locally?
Play Anywhere. And because it's Xbox, you can always have access to Game Pass with a diverse lineup of games from the biggest franchises to critically acclaimed indie hits. This is the freedom we believe
I
players
remember getting a
should
lot of
have.
sponsorship deals,
Any game,
or
anywhere.
offers, I should
And we
say,
are giving
from
it our
like
all
cloud
every day
streaming
to make this
companies.
vision real.
And I was like,
But it all comes
nah.
back to the games.
And then all their companies
From
went
Redemption rights
bankrupt.
on the original Xbox
I wonder
to
why.
Armored Core 6, our relationship with Bandai Namco Entertainment has stood the
Yeah,
test of
it's-
time. We both believe
We
in
just don't
bringing
have, I
amazing
feel, the
experiences to players around the world,
infrastructure
and
for
their
it yet.
next game
Like,
does exactly that.
if you
From
have like
Rebel Wolf
fiber
Studios,
optic internet or something,
this is a
sure.
story-rich
By all
action
means, you
RPG.
can
Not
do cloud
everybody
streaming.
has that, though.
Fantasy
Yeah.
that I can't wait
Exactly.
for you to explore. Thank you, and enjoy the rest of the show.
Okay, well that's cool. I appreciate them trying something new.
vampires.
Why is the frame rate so low?
Because it is high fidelity game that is unoptimized.
They came out into the light. We feared for our lives.
It feels like they're going for like the cinematic frame rate of like 24 frames a second or something, but that's always jarring to me.
For video games, probably not the greatest idea.
Yeah.
They came to rule.
Not gonna lie, this does seem less than 24 though. At some points.
Cattle.
It definitely seems like it's switching back and forth.
Yeah.
They tried to change me into one of them.
Oh, this is the game from the ex-Witcher dub.
I mean, it could be cool.
Their worst nightmare.
I don't know how I feel about like the whole vampire setting though.
I hope Nivi doesn't hear you say that.
I'm sorry. It's just
trapped between the two worlds.
it's kind of like zombies for me.
Fighting to
Not gonna lie.
Fighting to understand the evil behind it all. He is out there watching, seeping into you, growing.
Become vampire. Save the world from vampires. The Dawn Walker.
That's a cool title. Blood of Dawn Walker.
What was Blade's title?
Okay.
The Daywalker. Yeah.
I'm honestly not sure.
Fairly certain all the vampires were like, Daywalker. And Blade was just like, shut up. Shot in the face. Easy. The Dog Walker? I trust you, chat. 100%.
This is Mario, isn't it? Oh.
Super
The pipe
Meat
was
Boy?
Mario. I was gonna say, why the hell is like that doesn't make any sense. Wait, is this a 3D platformer, Meat Boy?
Looks like it.
I raged so hard in the original.
I can only imagine.
I feel like this is one of the original Rage games.
I think so, considering how many like YouTubers I've seen play this game with like, you know, their screaming faces in the thumbnail. That makes a lot of sense. I mean, the visuals looks neat.
Super Meat Boy 3D.
Okay. It's kind of... It feels kind of weird seeing PS5 show up in the console list at the end of most of these. But I guess that is the Xbox multi-platform thing.
Xbox ain't competing anymore for exclusivity. We're just sending our games out everywhere.
Watch your back.
Well, this one was Xbox Game Studios, so
You're a
Team Ninja.
Oh my. Platinum Games.
Oh.
It's my mission. My duty is...
You know the action combat's gonna be hype.
Breaking the Dark Dragon free.
Is this just Ninja Guy?
Might be?
This is it.
I mean, does Team Ninja work on Ninja Gaiden? I think that, yeah, okay, there it is.
For you.
I think so. Yeah.
There's something I need your help with.
I guess the other guy was like the second protagonist that you play as.
Platinum Games, where is the next Nier?
Oh, you know Yoko Taro's gonna be talking about that one whenever it's near release. So, yeah. That's an interesting looking boss enemy. Shark with ghost inside mouth.
Okay.
I didn't realize our
monsters, if anything.
Their second pro tag had friggin' a Gurren Lagann drill on a stick. Ninja Gaiden 4.
That's pretty soon.
The series looks pretty cool.
It's known for being wicked hard, though, isn't it?
Yep. It's basically like a Souls game. Well, when it comes to the
give
difficulty.
me Fallout 3 remake. Please.
Indiana Jones.
No.
Also, actually, would this be the copyrighted music?
Yeah, it probably is.
I've
heard this game is pretty good for what it's worth. I just don't really know anything about Indiana Jones, so...
Yeah. I mean, I watched the movies. None of the latest ones, though. I've heard those weren't the greatest out there. But...
yeah.
People that have played this enjoyed it. At least from what I know.
Yokotaro working on the DK
City of Antioch. Find a secret relic. Bring it back to
this
the
game
holy
just
city.
came out, though. There's no way they're announcing a sequel.
Defend.
Maybe
Unless it's
DLC?
just an expansion. Yeah.
They worshipped the giants.
The Order of
DLC
Giants. We worship Big Guy. September 4.
Firstly, very enjoyable movies. Heard the game is good. I have not seen a single Indiana Jones movie, believe it or not. I think I've seen like the first 10 minutes of Raiders of the Lost Ark, and that's about it.
World premiere.
You haven't missed much, Fabio. Just going through a few games. Maybe a little bit of a Silk Song reveal. But that's it.
Yeah.
この国に輪廻の獣が現れた。輪廻の獣は汚れを吐き、あらゆる生物を蝕んだ。
Game Freak? What?
Look at that frame rate! Yo!
I didn't realize Game Freak wasn't owned by Nintendo.
Well, Game Freak do be freaky like that sometimes.
It's bizarre to see a game like this coming from them after knowing only Pokemon.
Hey, you know, sometimes they want to work on something new.
Which is fair. They've been working on Pokemon for 30 years.
Imagine just working on one specific type of video for 30 years. I could do that.
Yeah.
When GF is allowed to cook on something other than Pokemon? Beast of Reincarnation.
I'll have to keep my eye on that one.
Yeah. I feel like they're kind of going for the Stellar Blade effect, but not to that degree. The combat looks cool. They just need to optimize it a little more so I can actually see what's going on.
Yeah.
The glittering streets of Avalon sure do shine. Because they
Oh, they're partners of Pokemon Company. Okay. I'd be displeasure watching the fourth ending.
I think we've seen this one before.
95.
Here's to playing in the mud. Life here ain't for the soft-hearted.
You will be paying me back.
Bioshock? Was it for the Bioshock devs, I think?
It ain't
Oh, the new... Yeah, they like spun off and made their own studio, right?
I think so. Yeah. Maybe it is. I'm pretty sure we've seen visuals from this game, like during a previous Game Awards.
Has been affronted. I have been burgled.
Game Festival.
Lord Griswick. Yes, I got that part. Do you know anyone who might wish you ill?
No, there's nobody out there who would wish me ill. Or everybody would.
We can't arrest and question everyone. Let's see if we can narrow the suspects down.
Imagine.
They were,
Trust your instincts, sir.
tall,
Yes, sir.
built rather slim, well, muscular. Mm-hmm. Was very quick, agile.
Go on.
Oh, is this the character select? Yeah.
I
Character customization.
That's the fiend who robbed me.
They got my good side this time. Breaking in is the easy part.
No! Oh my god, he
Oh no!
No! Oh, the robot's still serving
the
him.
real trick.
These candlesticks ain't gold. Worthless and dull, just like you. Nah, I'm
Thanks,
a
man.
customer. How can I help you?
I'd rather talk to you, Errol. Sounds like I'll get a better deal.
You talk to me first, and him never. Got it?
Uncle's a bit touchy, ain't he, Errol?
Touchy? I say I'm touchy.
Oh my goodness.
Anything else you'd care to say to Errol? Brains. If I hadn't seen it with my own eyes, I wouldn't have believed it.
Round here, it's all sharp edges, empty pockets, and blood on the cobbles. Goodbye, Silas.
Seems like a great place to live in.
I'll hurt you, you
It's a little
fucking
excessive with
miser.
3
I'll
shots.
leave you with a pissing pan of peaches.
You'd either got a gang at your back, or a knife
It
in it.
reminds me of like one of the later Taken movies, where they did like 20 different cuts for Liam Neeson climbing over a fence.
Them's in charge. They don't keep order, they keep power.
Take this thing into the crucible and melt it.
They just want us beaten, broken, and too scared to fight back.
I don't want to kill him.
That's why it pays to be clever and well-armed.
Oh damn. Yeah, I don't know how the game's gonna turn out, but it's certainly got style.
I was waiting to see gameplay, finally showing someone what it's like.
Don't get cocky. They've got a weapon far worse. Time. And if they can
Okay,
rewrite
yeah.
history,
Yeah, we're getting into the timey-wimey stuff. It's the Bioshock
but
dudes.
look who just found Mummy's keys.
That's what they do.
Now I can fiddle with time.
Bioshock Infinite was a headache to try and understand what the hell was going on.
Bullet back in the barrel.
I still haven't played it.
Bring the
I need to
chaos
get to
a
it.
crawl.
I like the first 2 a lot, but for whatever reason I just
Make it
never
like
played
it
Infinite.
never happened.
For whatever reason, I played Infinite and never played the first 2.
We can change the world as we know it.
And together we played them all.
Choices.
Yeah!
And I
The
can even go
perfect
back
pair.
and change the past to change the future. And let me tell you, the hunters don't like it when the rabbits got the gun.
This is a really long trailer.
They are very confident in their product, okay? Look at that, making cover for yourself by stacking bricks.
Oh, apparently this isn't the Bioshock dubs.
It's not. Oh. Well, it certainly does look like it.
Yeah, according to chat, this developer has done Wasteland, Tides of Numenera, Bard's Tale.
Now let me alone and
Never heard of those games, actually.
Not even Wasteland?
No.
I haven't played any of them, but I've heard of.
Are dedicated to bringing players.
I know of Wasteland and Bard's
award-winning,
Tale.
record-breaking,
They're supposed to be pretty
critically
good.
acclaimed games.
Hmm.
Call of Duty, Black Ops 6 from Activision, Doom: The Dark Ages from Bethesda,
Hey.
Diablo 4: Vessel of Hatred from Blizzard.
Man, after playing Bolt
and
Gun, I really
Avowed
want to play
from
Doom.
Xbox Game Studios. All of
Gotta
our
get to that at some
teams
point.
across
Is
Xbox
Bolt
first
Gun
party
a Doom
are
style
shipping their
again?
most played
It's
games
styled like the
ever,
old
and they're
Doom
also
boomer
delivering
shooter
more
era.
content than
It's
ever before. From original
set in the 40K
single-player
universe, too.
experiences to vast online
Very cool
worlds,
game.
our teams are empowered to build the games they've
Very
always
nice.
dreamed of. We want our players to have the choice and flexibility of where and how they play the games our teams make. So of course, our games will be available day one in Game Pass, and every new game we make for both Xbox consoles and PC will be Xbox Play Anywhere. On behalf of our creative teams, thank you. These experiences don't stop when you put down the controller. As you've seen in recent years,
can't wait to play
more and
Outer
more
Worlds
of
2
our
on my Samsung
stories
refrigerator.
and worlds are expanding
Yeah.
to brand new audiences through
Taking
TV
play everywhere,
and
a little
film.
literally there.
A Minecraft movie and the Fallout
Wasn't
TV
Doom
series
successfully
broke
installed on a
records and brought
Samsung TV or
millions of
something?
players into the
Yep.
game. We have more
Just play
projects in
Doom
the
on
works
literally
as
anything.
gaming
On a
continues to
potato.
influence
Already
film
been
and
done.
television like never before. When it comes to growing new franchises,
I kind of agree, Chad. No way Microsoft makes a profit on Game Pass. It's like way too good of a deal. I feel like it's more of a loss leader at that point.
Outer Worlds 2 this October. Obsidian is always delivering.
And it's not like
great
Microsoft
games,
is turning
and
on
they
money.
have a third game launching this year. You'll get to go deeper on it in our direct, but until then, let's
Doom
take a
was
look.
put on a pregnancy test? Of course it was. Jesus.
World premiere.
Okay, what do we have here?
I told you, you can't run from
Apparently,
me,
Doom has been installed on Fungi and on a pregnancy test.
Yes, indeed.
That's crazy.
With new flexible legs,
No.
the Yoke action figure can ride anything.
Yoke girth?
Breaking news. There's been an explosion at Brook Hollow Park. Chaos descended on a
What is
ceremony
happening?
commemorating the 2-year anniversary
Oh, is this grounded?
of when 4 teenagers were miniaturized against their will
Yeah.
and left to fight for their survival in the backyard of a deranged scientist. Formerly evil company Ominent Practical Technologies was set to dedicate a statue of the 4 teenagers,
Formerly
fast
evil
food
company.
science robot Burgle and Dr. Tully, when an explosion erupted. Dr. Tully and the teenagers' current whereabouts are also unknown.
More like Doom was displayed on a pregnancy test. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Regardless, though, the places where people play Doom is kind of... Actually, wait a minute. Is this copyrighted? Hold up!
Probably.
Why'd they gotta hit us with the copyright music, man? We just want to enjoy the
They do,
games.
Yeah.
You know, this could be like a fun game to play with friends, but I know for a fact I'd never be able to get Survey to play this because of their arachnophobia.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't have arachnophobia, but the thought of running into a giant spider, still not appealing. Like,
I don't think it's appealing to anybody. For real.
I always got scared by the spiders in freaking Lethal Company.
Should have turned on arachnophobia mode. Get chased by a giant glowing red spider text.
The predecessor. ND35.
That's why you got me. Hey, Oblivion.
Accessing
Yeah, maybe.
Predecessor's travel log. Attempting data salvage.
Oh, they do have arachnophobia mode in Grounded. Cool.
Oh, nice. Bluebird team. They did really good with the Silent Hill 2 remake.
Oh, that's what they worked on. Okay. I was just thinking,
I did
wow.
hear that they were doing a new game.
Their name is kind of cute. The games that they make, not so much.
Yeah, no. All they do is horror, pretty much.
I mean,
I think this is going to be on my list to check out.
This does
I know
look
that they've
pretty
announced it
neat.
before. I forget the name.
It is highly recommended to proceed with caution.
Gets jumped from behind.
They seem to act more
Was it Kronos, the New Dawn? That's the title?
I think so.
Dude.
Oh, that's pretty jiggly.
I mean, if you like jiggle physics, this might be the game for you.
Forget the Gooner games.
ZZZ? Hello? You have competition? Dead Earth Space, Dead Ground? Makes sense. It does kind of remind me of Dead Space a little bit. Especially with the suits, too.
Yeah.
And I guess all the gore meat stuff on the walls. What is this?
This is Bethesda?
Oh wait, is this also copyrighted? Please don't do this to me, Bethesda. Yeah, okay.
Oh, Elder Scrolls Online.
Oh my goodness. Thank you for the licensed song. Where's Elder Scrolls 6?
I'm gonna guess that's still at least 2 years away, if not 3.
Oh my goodness. By the time Elder Scrolls 6 comes out, we'll have like full dive technology by then. Everybody will be going, Link Stato! Is ESO any good, chat? I've heard good things about it. Recently, not so much.
I think I've heard generally good things. Oh, the first world-changing server-wide event. That's cool.
It's a game. Okay. Oh, man.
Probably one of those things where it's like,
no.
You gotta be a big Elder Scrolls fan. Either the existing games or the lore or both.
Premiere.
Perhaps.
Mayday! Mayday! Code 1 to mission control, we're falling! Thomas, the ship's breaking apart! There's no time! Evacuate! Now! Thomas, come in!
Did she say evacuate?
Evacuate now!
You sacrificed everything for a new
Also
world.
the voice. Alright,
This is all over TikTok.
Oh my goodness.
Or the song, I mean.
Wow.
I liked Life is Strange True Colors, I think, the like spin-off one. I played that and I liked it. I think that's the only Don't Nod game I've finished though.
So what is this? We're just stuck out in space trying to survive.
It's an amazing journey about the indomitable human spirit. That I didn't know that was Don't Nod. I heard Banishers is pretty good too, from the same studio.
Okay, never mind. I think there is an alien monster. I have a pretty good feeling about that one. Indeed, chat.
The Expanse, if you've watched TV. I have not seen The Expanse. I've heard it's good. Zero's gonna have the whole stream muted at this point.
Honestly.
Having never met your real father, but he left you this hotel in his will. It's been in your family for generations. Much
It's a
like
cute
the
cat.
caretaker. He's a little eccentric. You'll see.
Let me welcome you.
Wait a minute. Please no, please no! You cannot. You can't. You can't do this to me.
What is that, 3 trailers in a row?
Oh my god. Well, guys, his singing voice is pretty nice. I hope you guys are enjoying it. Oh man. Oh.
Some renovations.
I think it's an original song to this game. I'm gonna trust you, Dino. I'm recording this anyway, so I'll have it uploaded later. But if this is muted, then we know what happened.
You have power tools. You know, you could pick up where he left off. You seem like a good man.
Oh, that's convenient. I need that in my life.
I'm in. They don't suspect a thing.
Just make sure the locals don't get wind of what you're really up to. Because if they find out, they will wickerman your ass.
You keep looking into things, and things are gonna start looking back. Don't make the same mistake your father made. In this place,
what in the world is going
the
on?
only one you can really trust is me.
The cat.
What the? This is just a musical, the game, with talking cat.
Why are they on an island now?
I don't know. All the furniture's coming to life. Damn, that was a one hell of a 360 swing. You go, dude. There are no ghosts at the Grand? I don't believe you.
Huh.
A very interesting looking game, honestly. Pretty unique with this presentation.
Unique.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
There are as many gods in the world as there are stars in the heavens, and when we need their help, they
What is
send us
this?
a hero. Who would have guessed?
This isn't Smite, right?
My homeland would be my
No.
daughter.
No. Don't think so.
She unlocked
What
the
is?
heavenly spear.
Is this a mobile game?
It kind of looks like one.
RTS? Oh, Age of Mythology, like DLC for that? I've heard okay things about the new Age of Mythology. And I'll say it looks pretty cool.
Is it an RTS?
Yeah. RTS game
I
with
have,
mythological beings.
You can't rule if the
Is it
heavenly
the same,
spear is
like,
mine.
studio or series as Age of Empires?
I can't confirm or deny that, chat. Same studio?
I do have Age of Empires on Steam. I haven't played it yet, but I heard that was good.
I mean, it's a classic RTS. A lot of people learn how to play RTSs from AoE.
만약 이 결정이
Chat says yes.
패권 국가의 특정 정치 집단에 이익을 줘야 한다면 당신의 특정 행동이 대중의 의사결정에 영향을 미칠 수 있으며 반대로 누군가는
It'd be really funny if this just turns out to be Inzoi. I don't think it is though.
세울 수 있잖아요. 당신의 입장은 온전한
Basically AoE with mythological stuff, gotcha.
그렇게 믿고 있거나 믿고 싶을 뿐.
So
I'm interested. What is this?
Some like Korean detective thriller? No, military. Uh-oh, never mind. Things are getting serious. Oh god. Some stealth FPS game? Well, you either play as super tactical soldier or just cute girl?
Or girl?
Yeah.
Are those zombies?
I don't know.
당신의 분노는 스스로 결정한 것인가?
We seem to be fighting a mixture of both human and enhanced human.
누군가 당신의 분노를 이용한다.
He said human. That's all I got for this.
지정태. 지정태.
Oh my god, he's half zombie.
Booting too hard. That seems kind of interesting.
Yeah, it could be kind of cool.
I mean, learn more though.
Train to Busan was a really good movie. You never know.
World premiere.
I did hear really good things about that.
You haven't seen it?
No.
Damn.
I don't watch a whole lot of movies. I'm super behind on most. Like, if it's come out in the last like 10 years, I probably haven't seen it.
Third-person zombie game. Zombies are people with, I guess, rage virus. Oh, like 28 days later. Yeah. And I was gonna say, like, the title Mudeng, it's the name of one of the hippopotamuses at a Thai zoo. Super popular. Oh, man.
Oh, yeah, the hippo was really cute.
Yeah.
Those videos are fun. But isn't that Mudeng? Not Mudeng?
It's probably spelled a little bit differently in English, but, I mean, kind of the same noise.
But it's the same thing.
Yeah. This looks like a really cute game, though.
I could see it having a pretty heartbreaking moment.
Yeah. I can already see, like, the female YouTubers with the crying face on the thumbnail with this in the background.
Yeah. Oh, Planet of Lana. I heard good things about the first one.
Oh. Yeah, I've never heard of the series. Cool beans.
It's a pretty well-received indie game, I think.
Gotcha.
I'm not sure how old it is, though. At least a couple years.
Bethesda. Elder Scrolls 6. Oh no.
Fallout 3 Remake when? Oh, Fallout 76. Okay.
Fallout 76 won Best Ongoing Game? Are you kidding me?
Well, hello there.
They've definitely turned it around from what I've heard.
Beautiful day to relax by the old fishing.
Oh man.
Wouldn't you say? When it comes to fishing, Appalachia is a land aswim with opportunity. Yes, you'll find fish of all flavors in every walk of waterway. From its mightiest of rivers to its
okay to
humblest of
eat?
ponds. Just step up to the bank, cast your line, and when your bobber starts bobbing, reel in the rewards.
Are we giving like a fishing
What do you got on
DLC?
there,
Is
Jed?
that what's happening?
Worms! And how are they biting today?
I'm sure Cashew would be thrilled.
Wow. What even is that?
That's a
Bagging
hell
the
of a
big
fish.
starts with finding the right tools for the job. There are as many unique combinations of rods, reels, bobbers, and baits as there are fish in the sea.
Gotcha.
And when you've caught your fill, pop over to the local tackle
Not
shop
terrible,
to swap
but when I
fish
play
tails.
it, wish it was single player so I could mod it. Yeah, I get that
Can
feeling.
you smell that? No matter what troubles plague the future wastelands of Appalachia, you can always find comfort in cozy little joys like this. You just gotta know where to look. Vault Life is your ticket to easy living. Design and build your own little slice of paradise. A place to show off all the bits and bobs you collect in your
What
travels.
the?
Got a green thumb?
A real life mermaid
Plant your own
skeleton.
peaceful vegetable garden. And nothing warms the heart like a neighborhood cookout. Ah, community makes a wasteland a waste home. Join today, and tomorrow you'll be kicking back and sharing a meal with friends in beautiful Appalachia.
Tasty. Go on fishing.
Gone fishing. Okay.
Cool, I guess. For anybody who likes fishing in video games, there you go. Oh! Solo leveling. They're making like an RPG of this? Please don't tell me it's a gacha game. I mean, solo leveling works so well for just making it straight into a game. It's kind of based off of that, so like, yeah, it was a matter of time for this to happen, especially after the anime did well. Four-player co-op. Everybody can be Jinwoo. We are Jinwoo.
Jinwoo and Jin2.
Jinyu and Jinhu. It is really funny though, I agree. A game called Solo Leveling, that's co-op. Oh man.
So it does seem like just an action RPG?
Yeah, looks like it. I hope it's good.
World premiere.
Yeah, I like the anime. I'd like to see a game do well.
What is this? Everything's so cute. Oh my god, I'm done it. Can you not? There's no way this is a game original thing, right? Oh god. Look at this, totally not Pokemon.
This is a very Genshin UI.
Nintendo gaming seething in the corner. I mean, this seems like a cute game. Palworld ripoff? Kind of the same style for sure, but probably more wholesome. One would assume.
The dancing beat things was good.
Look at
Yeah, I was
giant
trying to
hammer.
figure out if this was Palworld or not.
I don't think it is. I think it's something new because like the UI isn't familiar. And the visuals not so much either. Animo.
Huh.
They're unstoppable.
Really? Only Xbox? No, not even PC? That's surprising.
Hey, what's up everyone? It's Tony Hawk Pro Skater. I just want to say thanks to everyone for all the love and support we've seen since we announced Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 a few months ago. These games have changed my life, but more than that, I've seen them help
I can
spread
imagine
love
the amount
and
of money
appreciation for
going into your
skating
bank
all
account
over
for these
the
games for
world.
sure.
And that means everything to me and the team.
Oh, definitely.
I can't wait for you all
especially
to
with the
experience
re-release.
the game.
Yeah.
It's been rebuilt with so much care and attention to detail, with some brand new parks, new music, new skaters, and more. And you can enjoy it all with your friends with up to 8 players in multiplayer. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 and 4 officially drops July 11th, and we have a lot more surprises to come. Check out the launch trailer now.
Guys, did you know that time passed? And Tony, just like us, also aged? Man. Crazy, I know.
Unacceptable.
I'm not gonna do the thing where I remind you guys of when things got released, because that just makes everybody feel old.
I
Oh my
remember
god.
playing Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 3 on the GameCube when I was like 7.
Chat, is this a safe music? I can't tell anymore. I can't tell. Oh man, he's nearly 60. Oh my goodness. My boy.
Really? Is that? Oh my god.
Bro, I hope bro's still out there skating.
I think he is. I see clips every once in a while.
Hell yeah.
Oh my god, this song is such a throwback.
Is that a mutant ninja turtle?
What the hell?
You know, this makes sense. The only clips I've ever seen of Tony Hawk's Pro Skater is when they mod Persona 4 characters into the game and then just have them skate. Doom Guy! Oh my god!
What the hell?
He's gonna slay the
Where
demons!
did that come from?
He's gonna slay! What the fuck?
Doom Guy is about the most random collab character they possibly could have gotten.
Bro, I would have played it if they added 2B.
World premiere.
Me too.
Or hell, add Eve. I'd play that too.
Eve would be a good one. What is it, like 3 days away from Starlit Blade PC?
Yeah. He was in the OG? Oh. This is a cute art style. Reminds me a little bit of Grease.
Oh yeah, I could see that. I've been meaning to play that too.
Oh, you should. Really good game. Very atmospheric.
Was that one that would make me cry?
Yeah. Yeah. If you're like super into the story, yeah. I find that like crying on stream is a lot tougher than when you're actually just like super immersed into the game. But yeah.
Yeah. I feel the same. I still don't think I've fully cried on, like, I've teared up a couple times from some games, but I've never like straight up cried, at least on stream. I definitely have off stream.
Yeah, I can only remember 2 big games really, and maybe ground stream being Soma and Trails in the Sky. Those are special.
I think I heard about the Soma one, and I think I saw you tweet about the Trails one.
Yeah, I did. You know,
was it
the
first Trails?
It was the second Trails. The sword coming out of the throat is a new one for me. Usually it comes out of the breast. But I respect the change. The ending to Nier is the only game that made me emotional. Fair enough, honestly. Not getting emotional at the end of that is kind of hard. Gears of War! I still need to learn lore about this.
I'm definitely gonna play this.
You a Gears of War fan?
I've always wanted to play them, but I've never really had an Xbox, so it's kind of been the same thing with Halo, where like I just haven't had the console for it. And now Halo's on PC, but Gears wasn't really, so now with this, it's actually even coming to PS5, so...
Gotcha. It's not the most complex of lore. Damn. Monsters show up, and you guys are basically Space Marines, I would assume.
Looks like they upgraded.
Split screen co-op. I don't know why they didn't have that in Halo Infinite.
Let's do this.
I wonder if they still don't have that. I don't know. Seems like such an easy thing to do.
There's not... There's not co-op in Infinite?
There should be now. But on release, they didn't have split screen, which I think it was like the first Halo game that didn't do it for some reason.
I feel like that's a core experience for Halo, so to not have it is kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. Gotcha, there were a lot of other issues with that game too on release, but that one's pretty big.
World premiere.
Both of you can enjoy the wonders of the Carmine story. Hey, I mean, if you ever play Gears of War, let me know. Let's have, wait, it's coming to PC, right? I did, wait a minute! Wait a minute!
Is this Persona?
Yes! 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 It looks so good!
Persona 4 Remake is real.
Yo! Look at my boy! The absolute Giga Dread! Persona 4 Revival.
Revival? I was kind of thinking remix.
No, that's all you're gonna show me. No, why?
No date, no gameplay, except for one like 2-second clip of him running.
Oh man, bro! When I saw the TVs in the classroom, like, oh yeah, 100% it was. Why? You should have just kept it outdoor wrap so you could show us both.
Persona 8. Yeah, that was the one thing I had been spoiled on.
Yeah, I figured. I mean, we expected it to be here. I honestly expected more, though.
I did too. Like, I didn't know what. All I knew was that it got announced. I didn't know like what the trailer was or if there was a date. I was kind of hoping for like a solid 2-minute trailer or something, but I guess it's exciting knowing it exists at least.
Yeah, yeah. We didn't get any date either, just the sneak peek, I think, yeah. So. Well, it exists, Leo. Whenever you play it, let me know. I will be there every single day, every single hour, every single second.
Alright, I'm gonna keep your, or I'll take your word for it. I won't allow you to miss a single second of the 100-hour playthrough.
Hell yeah.
Stealing, of course, is always an option.
Oh, damn. Well, that's definitely the best announcement of this so far.
Oh, I mean, for me, definitely.
The question is, does Persona 4 Revival announcement beat Marvel Tonkin?
No, unfortunately. Tokon Fighting Souls,
really?
Yeah. The thing is, I expected Persona 4. Everybody expected that. Tokon came out of nowhere.
That's true. Did that say season 17? Has this game been going on for that long?
Sea of Thieves is one of the only like pirate games that has been able to survive, so.
That's true.
World premiere.
Excuse me?
Okay.
That sets the tone. What is this?
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
Oh, is this dispatched? Oh my, Invincible. Yeah, I think that's Invincible, isn't it?
I still haven't watched it.
Oh, yeah, it is.
No, Dad, not even close.
Final fight against Omni-Man? Never mind. I think we're screwed.
Oh.
So, alright, cool, but like gameplay? I mean, I enjoyed the show, but I don't know if I play a game about it.
Accept our rule or die.
I'd like to propose a third option.
Hey!
Is this gonna be a fighting game?
I'm not your son anymore. I'm the guy who's going to throw you off this planet for good.
Imagine. Of course they did the thing. Why wouldn't they? Oh, it does. Oh, yeah!
It is.
It is. It's, a new fighting game is cool, I guess? The biggest issue here is Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls exists, and I don't think this IP can compete with that. Not gonna lie. Especially with the standard 3v3 tag fighting. That is a really unfortunate timing.
That is really, really unfortunate. How many characters even are in Invincible that they could use for a fighting game?
I don't know about the comics. I know in the comics there was way more than what we got in the show. Do they use that title trope in every episode? Yes. Yes, they do. They'll lead up to it and then just drop the title. Done by the same guys who did
Oblivion.
Killer Instinct. Oh. Maybe interesting.
Oh,
We'll
Final
see.
Fantasy for Xbox. Yeah. Oh, good for Xbox players.
Yeah. More Final Fantasy. Someday I'll get into the series. Someday.
Yeah.
It's one of those endeavors that I know is going to take me like 10 years to finish, but we'll be there.
I'm here to even the odds.
Oh, Final Fantasy 16.
Yeah.
The first Final Fantasy I ever played.
Go Weebs. I still have like the OG first Final Fantasy Pixel Remastered game on Steam. Although I've heard that is a bit of a grind fest.
I'd imagine those early ones are for sure.
Yeah.
Valisthea cannot endure a second claim upon her being, but she may yet be saved.
But you know, I mean, there's like so many Final Fantasy 7 and 16 playthroughs out there. Hey, nobody played the first one, right? I'll be there, I guess. Oh, man. Pixel Remaster has 6 games. Oh, boy. Oh, God. I did not realize that.
Oh, yeah, it's the first 6.
World premiere.
Way more streamlined. Yeah. Which I think makes it a good first Final Fantasy. Like, if you've never played one, it plays more like a typical action RPG, so it's a lot easier to get into.
For the modern gamer who expects quality of life.
Yeah, like me.
We're alive!
I mean, I like that it was also, like, a pretty mature story.
That's always nice.
Like, it wasn't like, oh, we're a bunch of teenagers going to save the world, which is, you know, it's fine. There's plenty of good stories like that. But it was like, okay, majority adult cast, like political drama and intrigue, cool.
Mm-hmm. So you play as a living, what's this called?
Or lighthouse.
Lighthouse, yeah. With a bird companion? That turns itself into an egg? I mean, cool visual style, I guess. There's something weird going on in this world, and it's not us. Keeper. Huh. Intriguing.
Games like Psychonauts 2 showed how Double Fine excels at creating unique and innovative experiences.
Oh,
and
are the
Keeper is
devs?
no exception.
Same devs? Gotcha.
Looking ahead, next year marks 25 years of Xbox. It's a big milestone for the platform and franchises that you helped build and make popular. We couldn't have done this without everyone who's been with us on this journey. As we think about bringing
for anybody
a new
who just
generation
joined,
of players to these iconic
Persona 4
franchises,
remake is real.
I'm
Who
excited
could've
to
guessed?
share that players will get
Let's
to
go!
celebrate 25 years of Xbox.
Final
with a
game has
new
copyrighted
Fable,
music
the
halfway
next
through.
Forza,
Lovely.
Gears of War
Thanks for telling me,
EA,
though.
And the return of a classic that's been with us since the beginning.
I'll have my button.
Today,
mouse on the mute button.
You've seen an incredible range of games from creators across the globe. Creators like In Exile, reaching for new heights with Clockwork Revolution. Sluggerfly, making Team Meat's modern classic platformer into 3D. Square Enix, bringing more of the critically acclaimed Final Fantasy franchise to our players. And Team Ninja, returning to the beloved series they debuted on Xbox. You've also seen the
No wonder why they're
next
called Team
Xbox
Ninja.
hardware release, our Xbox Ally handheld, which lets you bring your Xbox experience and your library with you anywhere. I hope you enjoyed the breadth and depth of the games, updates, and experiences that are coming to Xbox from our partners and our own creative teams. We're seeing more players on our platform and in our games than ever, thanks to all of you.
This feels like a little like, okay, we're about to end kind of speech, but there's still 50 minutes left.
Immediately after Showcase, our direct begins, where you'll go inside the studio for an extended look at the Outer Worlds 2 and Grounded 2. Thanks for joining us
Outer Worlds
today.
2 is part of this?
But before we get into the direct, we have a final world premiere. Enjoy.
I think so,
okay.
yeah.
So I think this 2-hour thing has Outer Worlds right after.
Hot damn! Whole hour just
okay,
about
so
one
this
game.
is the last one. They gotta save the biggest thing for the last, right?
Oh my god, it's Call of Duty! Yeah!
We have been expecting you.
I'm sorry, I've never played Call of Duty before.
Please, follow me.
Really? You've never played one?
No.
You already know.
I think I played a little bit of Call of Duty Black Ops Zombie when it was free
software,
on Steam
our systems,
during a weekend, but that's about it.
Our skilled team is designed to save lives.
I know Call of Duty's huge, but closing out the conference with it is not what I was hoping for.
Hey, closing out the conference with Persona 4 Remake would probably have been better for me at least, but yeah.
Oh, same. For the general consumer, no, but for us? Yeah, give me a 10-minute Persona 4 like trailer gameplay detail or something, I don't know.
Accepting limitations instead of redefining them. The Guild is safeguarding tomorrow, now. We are pioneering the future of protection worldwide. Our advancements are designed to elevate everyday life.
The butterfly effect, it's real.
Reshaping the future of technology on a global scale. I'm Emma Kagan, CEO of the Guild.
When Sony closed out their presentation with Tolkien, a bunch of Twitter Reddit people were poo-pooing that? Of course they were. They're Twitter and Reddit people. Their opinions don't matter.
Oh, this is 100% copyright music.
Oh, okay. Oh, there you go. Well, then that one out. Put that one out of its misery. Would be nice to see
this is
a
like
game.
the room from the original Black Ops.
Oh. At least Leo knows a thing or two about this.
Yeah, Black Ops 1 is the only one that I like beat the game. I played zombies in a few of the ones after it. I think 3, 4, and Cold War, but the story, yeah, just Black Ops 1.
Hmm.
Did I say Mason? He was the main character from the first game.
Ah.
This is an interesting remix.
Black Ops 7.
They're already on 7? Oh, direct sequel to Black Ops 2. Okay.
It never ends. War never ends.
I was really good at playing this song on Rock Band drums.
Also, a shame that I had to mute that.
Plays
Pretty good song.
It is a good song. I think Oblivion. I want to say Warzone is the biggest thing with COD now.
That's kind of what
Probably
they're pushing.
Warzone, then multiplayer, then zombies.
Obsidian. Oh,
Hey,
bro,
let's see what makes Outer
Tyranny.
Worlds 2 so good.
Tyranny is such a good game that was undercooked. Oh man.
Welcome to Obsidian Entertainment. We here at the studio have joked around that this has been the year of Obsidian, with Avowed releasing early this year and now ending the year with 2 more games. And what
The
better
year
way
of
to cap this
Obsidian with
incredible year
Avowed
for us
releasing
than by
earlier
doing
this
what
year,
our
yeah.
studio does
About that
best,
one.
sequels.
Yeah.
That's right, Glenn. You can get out of here, Fergus. Thank you. No, you're doing great. You nailed it.
The sequel is the
guy.
lifeblood of every great franchise. Think about it. The original creates the world and builds fandom, but the sequel, that's what makes it worth remembering. No sequel, no hoverboard. No sequel.
Well, that's
no
always
dual
the issue with
SMGs.
Obsidian,
No
right?
sequel,
Like,
no raccoon tail. No
before
sequel,
they got screwed
no
over by
Zoom 2,
publishers and couldn't
which
finish the
doesn't really
game,
exist, but I wish it had.
and the game was just really good.
There was.
But when they could
There
actually
was a
finish the
Zoom
game,
2.
it just wasn't
I'm Mark.
all that
The head of
great.
sequels here at Obsidian, and I have sequelized.
I don't know what
every
happened. Maybe some
blockbuster
people left
movies to
Obsidian by
AAA
that
video
point,
games to my
which is
first
why the
marriage, so
quality
trust
is
me,
not exactly
I know
the
what I'm
same.
doing. Come along on this journey with me. Part 2.
Let the killing commence.
I'm always curious what they're gonna do with, like, how long is this? How, 40, 50 minutes of just showing the game?
A continuation of the themes of robber barons in space and how people are controlled by the stories they're
It
told
looks
by
like
the
it,
people who
yeah.
have power over
It's
them.
another
This
45
time
minutes
we're
until
able
this
to go a
video
lot
ends.
deeper because we have more time and money, which is a great thing, and we're able to make it a much more true Obsidian reactive RPG.
Time
than
and
we
money
were the
are
first
good
time
things.
around.
Very. That's usually something Obsidian doesn't have back in the day.
So we're going deeper and more complex with everything for this sequel. Deeper story, lore, RPG interactions, reactivity.
Story's deep.
All the things we've been known for as a company. It's really a complete realization of everything people want from an Obsidian game. Surprisingly, this is the first time in over 25 years that I've had the chance to do a full sequel for a world that I helped co-create. It's really just a fantastic opportunity to explore and
Yeah.
expand the universe in interesting ways, and to go even further with the themes of how people are affected by living in a dystopian corporate reality.
You can shoot your way through it, you can talk your way through it, you can sneak your way through it. And so no matter
standard
what kind
RPG
of play
stuff,
style
yeah.
that you like, this is just an awesome franchise and an awesome game to jump into, even if it's your first one.
The first Outer Worlds was a great base to start from, as it has all the elements of a great Obsidian RPG. Interesting characters, deep worlds, important choices. In the Outer Worlds 2, not only did we want to double down on those elements, but we wanted to give players even more of it.
We've also put a lot of investment into skills and traits that impact things like combat, conversations, and areas that we call RPG
Strongman.
interactions, which are the part of the world where players can use their specific skills, perks, and backgrounds to solve problems in unique ways in our new,
Wait, on a
bigger
more
worlds.
positive note, can't believe we're getting New Vegas 3 now? Nani? Are you talking about this game?
I love a deep RPG experience, and building out that RPG crunchiness for our players was at the forefront of what we set out to create. We prioritize those deeper RPG options with different character builds and combos so players can express their role-playing power fantasies. We also have different equipment options for different playstyles and different companions with different
the game looks
abilities.
clean. I'll give them that.
Yeah, compared to what I remember from 1, it's definitely more refined.
In the first Outer Worlds, you start off as the Stranger, which was basically a blank slate to build on top of with various
Reactivity
attribute
of the world
points
is such a
that would
concern
begin
when it comes to
define your
RPGs.
personal experience in the game. You can make any kind of
Like,
character
does
you
your
want, but
decision
we've given
even
you a
matter at
role.
all?
That role is an Earth Directorate agent. You can think of them as kind of like space cowboys or space sky marshals. They're the good
Oh,
guys
100%
that go
dudes.
into
We're
places
gonna get a
and
new
kind of
voice
protect
cast for
them from.
P4.
You're gonna
There
be
might
one
be
of
some
those,
returning,
but we
but
don't tell you
probably
why
same
you
similar
join the
situation to
Earth Directorate. It
P3.
could have been a lot of different reasons, right? It could have
Yeah.
been because you're an
I
actual
saw-
law bringer and you want to
I
go
know
in
there's
there
been a
and
few of
spread
the
law
original
throughout the
voice actors who have
galaxy.
tweeted like,
It could be that you're
I'm not
roused
coming
about,
back
you
for
just had nothing
P4, I
better
wasn't
to
asked to
do.
come back, and people are
After you pick
raging, and
your
I'm like,
background, one of the
you know,
really
I didn't play the
important choices
original,
you
I don't
have
know, I don't know if they're
next is choosing
super
your
beloved or
traits.
what, but like,
While we had attributes
considering
in
the
the first
P3
Outer
was fully
Worlds, we've
recast,
leaned into traits for the Outer
I don't
Worlds
know
too,
why
which are
people would
these
expect
big
that P4 is
changes to your
anything
character
different.
depending on which ones you pick.
Yeah.
So it could be something like
Given
brilliant.
it's been 20
you can tag
years,
extra
like,
skills,
the
and you
original
start
voice
getting
actors are
skill
probably a
points.
lot more popular,
And
a lot more
that's obviously
expensive.
really
There's the
great
big
if that's
voice
how you wanna
actor
build your
strike
character.
going
You can also
on.
go and do something like Lucky,
Maybe they
where
just
you get
want to
extra
give new
critical
voice
chance,
actors the
and you
chance to
also
play
get
the
a lot of really
characters.
cool
I don't
options
know,
throughout the
but
game as well.
I'm not surprised.
Of course, we brought back
If
dumb,
I had to
so-
guess,
so players love
like
the dumb
P4
option.
Golden happened during a time when all these famous voice actors were affordable and really,
Yeah.
really good at what they did. So It's just a gem. Whereas for the remake, I wouldn't expect them to be able to get the... Like, you're really gonna get Troy Baker and Laura Bailey at the same time? Like, there goes the budget.
Oh yeah, they're both
lots of really cool, fun conversation options in the game, but we took that
man.
even further. And again, there's lots of elements in the game.
I mean,
where
you can argue like, well, it's
dumb
published
and
by
use that for
Sega.
something.
Like,
Could be
can
something as
Sega
simple
not
as
afford them?
banging on a
Like,
machine to get it
obviously
to
they
work.
could, but
Yeah, but that doesn't mean that they want to take off that
After you've
profit
invested in some of your
from,
traits,
you
your
know,
next choices are going to be
their
choosing
investment.
your skills.
So
The skills themselves basically allow you to build on your playstyle and what your
was Yuri
character is doing in the
Lowenthal
game.
in
that will be everything
before
from
as well?
playing stealthily to
Yuri
specking for an explosive
Lowenthal.
specialty.
I think Yuri does Yosuke's voice.
Because he's really big now too.
And then there's Johnny Young Bosch, who did
Throughout your entire
main
journey,
character
your
as
character
well as
can change
Adachi.
with the different
Yeah.
choices you make. In the Outer Worlds 1 actually had more skills than we have, so we condensed them down to really the core
That is a
essence
star-studded
of what
cast,
we really wanted
damn.
there.
Yeah.
We made each
Like
point
all
you
of the
put into
most
skill
famous
much
voice
more
actors
impactful.
currently
So instead
were
of
in
getting small
P4.
percentage changes, we actually did much larger changes per point that you put into each skill.
Check,
And again, all these
behind the
things, because
VA
of
and
how
see
they're
who the
checked
other
inside
big
the
ones
world
are.
itself, can matter quite a bit. You know, just even having one additional skill point in something can open up a
I'm
lot
starting to
more
think that
options
the
in
idea of
world
being
itself.
concise is lost.
Anybody's
Not
played
gonna
Fallout
lie,
Vegas,
they've
they'll
already
be
lost
very
me with the
familiar
Outer
with
Worlds
perk
2
system.
thing.
We basically borrowed that.
Cool.
Went even
Systems.
grander. We actually have more perks than Fallout New Vegas did. But here's the cool
More
thing.
perks
right?
than Fallout New Vegas?
And use perks for literally everything.
Impossible.
Right? So you can do everything from, hey, I want to make a stealthy build that steals stuff and is really good at that. Okay, great. Well, you can
And
take
yes,
maybe
get
the
some
pickpocketing
sleep,
perk. So
but
that's not
it's-
available to everybody, but if you select that, now you can actually
it's
go
just
around
Outer
and
Worlds
steal
2.
things out of people's pockets.
Oh.
There's another perk called heavy-handed, right? Where say you're a melee person, what this does is now your power attacks that you use actually knock people down.
Oh man, I really like the serial killer perk. As
The
you start
what?
killing people, they will drop
That is
parts, and you can
one
take those
sentence to
parts,
start
and
off
essentially
with.
You're taking these trophies, you could say, and it's actually giving you a permanent health bonus every time you do it. We have this perk called Assassin. Now, this is an early game perk that you can take, which every time you stealth attack an enemy, you're actually going to get a movement bonus for a certain amount of time.
Bro got stabbed in the butt. Not a great way to go.
Flaws were a system that everybody loved from the first game, but we wanted to make it more personal to the player.
Assuming similar to New Vegas, Outer Worlds has multiple different
bonus that
endings
you
depending on your
actually
choices.
wanted
Yeah.
to really engage with.
With the flaw system returning, we knew we needed to go bigger,
I
better,
don't-
and more
it's been a
real
while.
than
I
ever
honestly don't
before.
remember if it
So,
did.
We turned to the
Gotcha.
team.
I think
I told them.
I want to
no
say it
bad
does.
ideas. Give me what you got. Okay, we need more flaws. We need them to be real. I want to put them in the game, so give me something. Inspiration. What's wrong with you?
Oh, I have bad knees.
You got bad knees? They hurt when you walk a lot?
Yes.
When you walk too much, they hurt?
No cartilage.
Sounds boring. Makes you sound like a boring person, but it's in the game.
I know it.
It's a good flaw. What about you?
What is this?
I like to take small things sometimes.
So you're stealing.
No, I'm taking.
What?
When do you give them back?
It's a
I don't.
kleptomaniac.
Claire. Yeah, you shouldn't be stealing. What are you doing? You shouldn't be stealing, Claire.
Stealing is deplorable, yes.
Tiny crimes? Do you hear the second part, though? It's a crime.
Tiny crimes.
You're stealing. Claire, that's wrong. You can't steal things, okay? But it's an amazing flaw, and I'm putting it in the game. But you're a bad person. And are you the one that took my stapler?
You need it?
Yeah. Give it back.
Okay.
Please. You, what do we got? Flaw.
I don't think her time at the company is gonna be very long after this.
How long did you stay at
What
the
the?
sun?
Just lunch break.
An hour?
Oh, I only get 30. You guys get an hour?
I get an hour. An hour.
Oh.
You guys are getting
I
paid?
feel energized.
How many fingers am I holding up?
3.
No. Anything else? We'll put it in the game. We'll put it in the game because I feel bad for you. Anything else?
One of my favorite flaws is something called bad knees. It will actually give you the option to take this flaw that'll make it so that you move faster throughout the game. But the problem is, anytime you stand up, your knees are going to make a loud popping noise that makes it so that, well, everyone around you is going to hear you.
Kleptomaniac. This is really interesting because what it does is
Oh,
when you steal
no,
something, you can
not
actually
the
sell it for
knees,
more bits
bro.
than normal. And like that sounds really great. The drawback is sometimes when you're looking at things in the world that are owned by somebody else, you'll automatically steal them. So you have to be very careful about how you use that.
One of our more
Bro, he's hot putting it right towards you. That was kind of scary. And also a little bit funny.
Game. So everything becomes like light shafts and blooms and hazes.
The sun.
Makes the game pretty unplayable if you happen to choose that perk.
It makes it unplayable.
Pretty funny. Habitually reloads your weapons like I do. Well, you'll be offered the flaw of over-prepared. Now, you'll get larger magazine sizes on all of your weapons, but if you ever fully empty your magazine, you're gonna take a debuff for a while.
Oh, dude, I would 100% gain this perk.
Options like
Unfortunately.
Who wants to key into destructive weapons?
Always make sure you have a full clip.
Who wants to alpha strike their enemies before they
Play
know
any
what
tactical
hit them.
FPS. That's what you should always do.
Also allow for a lot of fun and experimental builds. You can be a mad scientist who utilizes gadgets and wacky.
Mad scientist, you say?
Oh. Or even a psychopath
Zero IRL.
who gains permanent bonuses to health by murdering their friends.
Nothing shows the impact.
Oh,
of
that's
these
Kiwi
character build-ups
IRL.
is better than, in my opinion, the bridge area, which has a quest you get early on in Paradise Island. Not only do you kind of encounter this very early, and it's a very core one to the story, but it really expresses our philosophy of allowing the player to solve problems in a bunch of ways. So you may solve it by, speech options. You may talk to them and maybe have to go do a quest for them and really kind of prove that you're a friend of the Protectorate to get by.
I may have need of your help, stranger, if you are ready to seize an opportunity to show fealty to the Protectorate.
You could go guns blazing and you could just take everyone out inside the POI, lower the bridge itself, and kind of get across.
The ragdoll effects are always hilarious.
You could sneak in,
What are
lower
always
the bridge,
hilarious?
and then actually sneak in
Ragdoll
under
effects.
the bridge to get over to the other
Oh,
side.
yeah.
Stab you in the butt.
Okay.
You can bypass the bridge entirely if you found like certain gadgets, like the shield gadget that protects you from poison gas as you go across, or the double jump boots, which kind of allow you to jump across the chasm and get across that way. There's even a really kind of messed up way, right? Which is players can actually sacrifice one of their companions. The companion who they just found is part of.
We're no different than the Breeze if we start tossing our own to the rats. I sure as law ain't gonna follow someone who can't see the wrong in it.
I must admit, I'm surprised we could come to an understanding. But I thank you for your loyalty, stranger. As
I
promised,
see.
you shall have clearance to cross this bridge.
One of my
It's such a
friends is
fun
one of the
quest,
rebel
but again,
forces.
it really showcases that we want you to be able to solve this in whatever way you want to. When you build your character your way, we're there for you. We really want you to have the experience that you want to have out of this.
From the very beginning of our discussions about the Outer Worlds, we really knew we wanted every game to take place in a different colony. This lets us expand on all aspects of the universe. Every colony
I think the
can be its
companion
own
stories
thing
from
with
New
its
Vegas
own
were kind of
flavor,
fun.
and we can
Still
center
have to
them
finish
around
all of them,
anything we
though.
want. Any ideas or setting we're interested in.
It's been so
Arcadia
long
is an
since I've
isolated
played that
colony
I
with
can't even
abundant
remember
resources, and it's run by an authoritarian faction
who
called
the
Protectorate.
companions are.
Their dictatorship is
Damn.
thematically based around the question of how much
I
freedom
played it
people will give
on
up for
release,
security
which
and
was
luxury.
what, 2010?
For
So yeah, it's been
Protectorate
15 years since I
unfortunately,
played
that
it.
answers everything.
Yeah, we all
Protectorate is
feel
also
old.
incredibly wealthy
Oh
because it was
god.
founded by the inventor of the skip drives, which are the Outer World's faster light
Oh
engines.
man.
But those skip drives
I remember,
are starting
like,
to cause rifts in space-time, which are
such
cutting
a-
off all the other
like,
colonies on Earth from being
I
able to
still
trade
had a
with each other.
subscription
The Order of the Ascendant
to
is an offshoot of the Order of Scientific Inquiry from the original
Game
game.
Informer and
like
Game
them, they're a
Pro,
science-based
and like
religion
I
with the same
I got the
goal
physical
of solving the
magazines every
universal
month,
equation,
and I remember
which
going
allow
to
them
get my
predict
hair
and
cut
alter the future to the benefit of all
and
mankind.
sitting like in the waiting
They used to be
room
part of the Protectorate, but they
with a
split off
Game
to focus on
Pro
solving
that had the
equation
preview
the
for New
good of
Vegas
everyone,
written out and
not
reading
as a
it
way
and
to
being
simply
so
control the
excited because I
masses.
knew it came out in 2 months and like
The player's been sent to Arcadia as an
Hell
undercover
yeah.
agent to find out how the skip drives are causing the rifts and what can be done
Honestly,
to stop them.
I kind of
Each of the
want like the
factions have
game
their own solutions
magazines
to the
to
rift
come
problem
back.
and their own goals.
Some of them were pretty cool.
Yeah.
The Protectorate wants to close them to protect their legacy.
It was
as the
really
inventor
nice to
of the
have them
drives
again, just
and their
like
wealth.
I'm
The
all
Order
about the
wants to
physical
close them
media,
not only
man.
for the good of everyone, but also because they're complicating the math they're using to solve the universal
I forget what the
equation.
game was called, but
Enantes
there was an
just wants to
RPG
be
that I
able to
learned
open and
about
close them at will to
that
control
had
all the trade
a guy
routes
that
between
came
the
with it,
colonies.
And I think at the end it had a recipe for like an in-universe banana bread that apparently is really good.
Humor, so each faction has its own flavor of absurdity.
That's funny.
Anti's Choice is a merger between Anti-Cleo and Spacer's Choice.
Remember game demos and gaming mags?
Representatives in the Outer
Those are
Worlds
pretty
too.
awesome.
Especially
back when you were a kid and you didn't really have the money for it.
Of course.
Let's try it
One of my
out.
favorite things from Fallout New Vegas is the radio system. It was just iconic for me.
Don't make me feel old. I saw my Club Nintendo magazines.
So we actually built out 3 different radio stations, one for each of the major factions. You also have a ton of music. Each station might have like, I think 20 tracks of unique music that we've made for it. It's a lot of stuff.
Thank goodness it's unique.
But the really cool
I had
part
to
about
have
this
the music in New
entire
Vegas
thing
muted so I could
is
stream
that
it.
we actually put a lot of reactivity into the radio, so it will respond to the things that are going on.
Yeah,
around the
unfortunately I
world that
can't
you've
listen
been
to Jingle
interacting with. So
Jangle
if you go into
or
a
whatever that
location,
song is
let's
supposed
say
to
you
be
solve a problem for the
on the
protector.
radio.
If you listen to
It
the
is,
radio
but it's
station,
copywritten.
They're going to be cheering you on as a hero.
Wonderful news, everyone. The Zeranium gas leaks at the Automech repair facility, strongly believed to be caused by Anti's Choice malefactors, have been corrected.
Some hotshot for hire just managed to fix the electrum leak in their repair facility. Now, I'm not saying we caused it in the first place, but we sure like the idea of all those broken auto mechanicals and all the excessive gasping and choking involved.
This really is Fallout in space.
The factions and companions are great examples of how
Yeah.
we're going deeper and more complex this time around.
This is
They're
definitely
integrated
looking
into the
better
game's
than I remember the
storyline
first
much more
one.
than we did on the first Outer
Nice.
Worlds. And like with everything else in the game, they have a lot more reactivity. There are 6 companions in the Outer Worlds too. As usual, each has their own quest lines, but this time they are
So
also
I played the
connected to a
first
different
one
faction and have character arcs that the player can
August
affect
of
through their
2020.
choices. Your first companion is Niles. He's another Earth-directed agent like you,
So that was,
and he's looking for your
yeah,
help
middle
to
of the
decide whether he
pandemic,
wants
pretty
to
much.
become an even better agent or to turn his
One of
back
those
on the
games that helped me
Earth
get through it.
completely. There's
Hell
also
yeah.
a somewhat cute Automech support drone that is basically
Oh, it's
Niles'
EDE.
helper. Her name is Val. Marisol's part of the Order of the Ascendant, and she's an aging but still deadly assassin. That's right, she's a deadly mathematician who may or may not have some unfinished business to attend to with the player's help. There's also
She
a cultist named
calculates the
Ava, who's part
trajectory
of
of
a
her bullets.
subfaction that worships the rifts, and in her case, violence in general. You can choose to either turn her
A
away
nerd.
from overt violence or support her chaotic and dangerous tendencies. At one time, Anti's Choice had a program to graft soldiers with animal parts to make them more formidable. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work, and most of them are now dead. There's a combat medic
I
who
wonder
survived,
why.
however, named Inez, and she wants the player to help her fix her graft, among other things. Finally, there's Tristan. He's a protected arbiter who is judge, jury, and executioner all rolled into one heavily
What?
armored
Judge
package.
Dredd?
It is your choice to either help him judge wrongdoers
The
or show him what
Punisher.
true justice looks like.
We definitely have
I'm not a
reactivity
hero.
in the game based
I'm
on
the
how you've been treating
Punisher.
your companions. I won't reveal
In
the end of the game, but
space.
let's say if you have not been treating them well, you will find out at the end of the game what that means.
Companions are a very, very
Your companions
important
just
part
shoot you in the back of the
of
head.
merchandising, because that's the real beauty of the sequel. We're talking
You were kind of a
merch,
dick.
baby. It is the lifeblood. It is what fuels us. Do you want to see some of my ideas? Hop, hop. Check this out.
Oh my
Gen
god.
Alpha loves body pillows, especially ones that look like
Gen
human
Alpha
beings for some
loves
reason,
body
right?
pillows?
Who needs a significant other when you
Scourge
can have a
getting called
nice moving
out?
space
I see.
that go up in your sheets, huh? What do they do with them when they get them, huh? Maybe a little napping.
True.
Maybe a
Who
little
does need a
snuggling,
significant
maybe
other
a
when you
little-
have a body pillow? I vibe with this guy.
Yeah.
Art and
Visuals
propaganda?
of the first Outer Worlds depicted a frontier colony in
It's a
space.
very interesting title.
The Outer Worlds 2 is driven
Yeah.
by an invasion of the Arcadia colony system by Anti's Choice, which shifts the visuals to be more reminiscent of a World War I-like setting in space. That evolution is seen across all aspects of the game, starting with the factions. How do you militarize everything, including extreme capitalists or math-crazed scientists? In a World War I setting, war comes with propaganda. The Sovereign uses it to maintain control. Anti's Choice
Yeah.
uses it to help their bottom line. The Order just wants to show how it exists within the grand plan.
Everybody uses
We
it.
want players to feel
to some
like
extent
Arcadia
or
is
another.
a living, breathing place scarred by a long-standing war. Fairfield, one of the first towns you encounter, was once under protectorate control, but has recently been taken over by Anti's Choice. They don't just occupy the town, they rebrand it with their signature style, repainting buildings, posting guards, and adding propaganda-based holograms featuring Anti and the Moon Man. Showing the towns evolving after the invasion helps us push immersion for our players. One of our priorities in visually realizing the world of The Outer Worlds 2 was making sure everything is clear and recognizable from the player standpoint. We want to make sure each
it's super
action has a
important.
particular
You
look
do
and
something,
design.
the world
So when
changes.
the player's running across these vast,
Much better than you do
different
something, yeah, they
environments
say
and
something had
they're
changed,
recognizing the motifs
but you never
and
see it.
visuals
Right.
of who they're talking to, what they're going to be talking about, and how that progresses throughout the story. The first Outer Worlds was really about player interfacing with corporations. And while we have that in The Outer Worlds 2, we really want to express not just the corporations, but how the player interacts with other facets of the world, like government entities or religious structures. And then we elaborate on those.
With larger environments, we wanted to encourage exploration by improving player mobility across the board. Now you can run, slide, double jump, mantle, and parkour your way through all of the nooks and crannies of these worlds. It really allows the player to just explore and have fun finding really cool stuff.
Love me some coolant tank.
Pretty important.
We've aimed to make everything in The Outer Worlds 2 better from top to bottom. The RPG elements were the start, but that's touched our story, our art, and especially our gameplay. A good sequel is true to the original. That's first and foremost, right? Like, we all want to add in a bunch of things as you're making a sequel, right? We want to make it bigger and better in every way. That's what we were trying to do here. And I thought we did not need this
You have to have
consultant.
meaningful consequences to your actions.
We understand how to do this.
Or else,
and I will
why
say,
even be an RPG?
I don't think it's been entirely successful.
I am very proud of the combat improvements we have made in The Outer Worlds 2, thanks to my patented combat system. You may be thinking to yourself, it can't be that good. Shush, what are you even talking about? You haven't seen it yet. Watch this. Put a helmet on, because I'm about to blow all of your minds with my COMBAT system, combat system. My name is Mark, I'm the head of sequels. Shall we begin? You're thinking, what's C for? C, capitalize the fact that the people loved the first game. We're gonna take those people, we're gonna make them buy the sequel, giving out pounds, pounds, pounds. Quickly, ha, ha,
okay.
Here we go. What comes after C?
Not you.
O. Optimize for player satisfaction. I am terrified of online gamers, okay? I want to make them happy. So let's, okay? All right.
Yeah, you should be terrified.
So
We'll complain very loudly on Twitter.
Sweet pre-order. Clap with me. Sweet, sweet. If you don't have rhythm, Brandon, just say it. Sweet,
Yeah.
sweet pre-order. Everybody has a different rhythm, and it's blowing mine. And here we go.
Never pre-order a game, guys.
What is this? It's
Don't
basically
do
just
it.
finding new ways to loot dead bodies. You know what I mean? Right, Otis? Okay, well, it's a big part of the game.
No,
you never looted a dead body?
How many people are going to be angry that we have just put so much combat into this thing and almost no romance at all? We should look at ourselves. What is wrong with us? Huh? We can't have one love story in this? How many people have been in love? Raise your hands. Raise your hand if you're in love. Okay, are you lying?
I have a wife.
Put your hand down. T, toi. In French, that means two, sequel.
This is genius, yes.
Hey, you're getting ahead of yourself. Come on, Claire. We're on two. And how do we end it? Anything is
Nothing.
possible. And we've
Oh,
established that we're the
okay.
best there is, and there's no sequel better than us. And if I could just say one more thing, thank you very much. I know I've kind of changed the world of video games today.
For The Outer Worlds 2, we wanted to improve gunplay in every way. We focused on improving the feel of each weapon, the way a weapon snaps into ADS, the way recoil feels when firing, and how impactful our sound effects really sell the weapon's fantasy, to things like how unique reload animation can add a lot of character to each weapon. We've increased the variety of weapons by including new weapon types, but also through a host of fun and unique weaponry. We have things like the Bourse Blaster that fires out tumors that can explode like grenades, or can even be eaten by the player for additional health.
No!
We have a weapon called Rookie's Reward that will actually level up the more you use it throughout the game.
Oh,
And
that's
every time
cool.
it levels up, it's got fun fanfare where it's like shooting out confetti and it's got fun
I can
little
imagine
setup.
this being like the most OP
We have
by
a
the
really
end
fun
game.
weapon called the pop-up gun.
Yeah.
It fires out ad drones that will distract your enemies with corporate ads, slogans, and jingles. While your enemies are
Advertisements,
distracted, you
go!
can focus fire on them or explode these drones for additional damage. New to The Outer Worlds 2 are throwables. So you can use frag grenades to flush out enemies, smoke grenades to camouflage and escape, distraction devices to bait enemies into a stealth attack.
What is that
And even
noise?
science grenades that will levitate enemies, allowing you to fire upon them.
I
while
like
they
how it's just
float
called Science Grenade.
And of course, science weapons are back. We have returning favorites, like the shrink ray. This time it's been upgraded so you can shrink your enemy down to the size of a sprat and run over them, exploding them into bits.
That's fun.
The shrink ray, that was probably my favorite one from the first game, so we brought it into the second game. We improved it though, so instead of shrinking your enemies,
the science playthrough continues, guys.
Them re-expand. This time, they
from New Vegas to outer space.
The ability to step on them and kind of squish them and kick them, because we knew that that was the player fantasy. We knew that's what everybody wanted to do. They wanted to step on the enemies. They wanted to kick them. So we made sure to double down on that stuff.
We know that our players are psychopaths. Yes.
In addition to things like our returning favorites, we also have some really fun and unique new science weapons. One of them is called the Armageddon. This one's really cool because it actually shoots out.
True, Fubuki. I can finally become a true bad scientist. Not to shoot people with cool lasers.
And they will continue to just hit them until they get destroyed. And we have another one that's just super cool called the Spectrum Dance Saber. This is a melee weapon that actually lets you attack to a musical beat. And if you continue to do that, you'll actually get additional bonuses each hit you do.
Oh
One of my
God.
favorite weapons is called the Big Bang.
I like that.
It's just a big freaking gun. They use
the
material
BFG.
harvested from rifts to shoot out a giant ball of energy, vaporizing everything in its path. Now, ammo's extremely rare for this weapon, but you can use it in just the right situation to devastating effects.
Like another great one is Gary. If you wear Gary, he will lash out at your opponents as you're walking through combat. So we even have science armors, and we've really kind of shown off what we thought was really great for the player from a science perspective.
We're all about letting people play the game their way.
Undead zombie on your body.
There are some players who prefer to be immersed in a first-person view, taking in all of the details. But there are others who really prefer to take the world in from a third-person
That's
perspective.
Toji?
Why not allow both? Well, now you can swap between the two, letting you enjoy the experience in whatever way you like. One of the things I really like about having the third-person mode is being able to see all of the fun and unique armors and armor combinations and weapons that you can equip your player with.
Fair. Actually, this is one of the things I like about Marvel Rivals being a third-person hero shooter. You buy a skin, you can actually see the skin.
And you get to take in the world and see things in a different light.
The Outer Worlds 2 is really the biggest game we've ever made. Bigger choices, more reactivity, more weapons,
2.
more things to find in each of the worlds the players can visit. The team has done incredible work bringing the Outer Worlds 2 to life.
What the huh?
And we can't wait for you to play it.
Even though we've always been a multi-project studio, this is going to be the first time we've ever released 3 games in 1 year. It feels amazing to do. We're so excited for more people to be playing our games. It is truly an exciting time here.
I didn't know they were working on Grounded 2.
We're exploring worlds big and small while expanding on franchises that we've created, and we have no plans to slow down. We hope you all continue to come along with us as we do what we do best, make your worlds your way.
Okay, you know, like, the presentation initially lost me, but they got my attention back when they talked about bad knees.
Yeah, I think they did a good job mixing in, like, humor with actual gameplay and good examples of how they're clearly, like, listening to feedback and implementing more things and making the game bigger and better. I don't know. I was into that.
To play, which is also
but yes,
the promise.
Still, don't pre-order.
You can play
wait for
the
reviews.
Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it may be hard to play it when you're staring at all these beautiful holes. Let's cut that.
Why would you stare at the
holes? You can play the Outer
holes?
Worlds 2 on this Xbox. No, yeah. Now that's Microsoft. Or you can take a phone call on this Xbox, then play the Outer Worlds 2 right after. Excuse me, I'm getting a call. Hello? What am I doing? I'm playing the Outer Worlds. Hello? Yeah, this is Mark. I didn't know I had jury duty today. You could play the Outer Worlds 2 on this Xbox, but it takes 2 people to lug around safely. We're gonna go up to my apartment, okay? And this is an Xbox you actually wear that also plays the Outer Worlds 2. What do you think, Claire?
This is amazing.
Are you playing?
I think so.
Fantastic.
I
Now, this
think
is actually
so.
not an Xbox, so you cannot play the Outer Worlds 2 on it. Can't play anything on this. I guess bread.
You play
ever
Doom on
bread where
that,
you take it out
probably.
of one slot? put it in the other. I don't have
definitely.
friends. If you pre-order the premium edition now, you'll get early access, which is like a prequel to the sequel, or is launch the sequel to the pre-order.
Stanley's Parable 2?
Or like, why are any of us alive at any time? It doesn't matter.
Good
Either way,
question, honestly.
my job here is done. It's time for the Grounded 2 portion of the Direct, which is sort of like the sequel to the Outer Worlds 2 portion of the Direct, which I absolutely just hit a home run with.
Oh my god,
really
you're
nice
so
to see
right,
my
Dino.
influence
Was that a
go on to
reference to
other
New
games.
Vegas, though?
Take it away,
Imagine
Jane.
if it intentionally was. Toaster's just a death ray with a smaller power supply.
And Big Exit?
You remember the toaster from Old World Blues? It was hilarious.
Toaster from Old World. I can't say I do.
Damn.
Was it one of the weapons you could find?
No, it was one of the things
so
in your like
proud of
home base,
Grounded.
essentially.
What started as a small
it was one of the
passion
talking
project to make
appliances.
a quirky game
so-
where you're shrunk down to the size of an ant, trying to survive in a backyard, grew into something way bigger than we
It's like
ever
every
imagined.
once in a while I get a
Over
hankering to like
25
replay
million
Fallout
of
3
you
in Fallout
jumped in,
Vegas because it's been so
explored,
long.
built,
Yeah.
But my
crafted, and
backlog
fought
list
giant
is so
bugs
long
together.
of just new stuff I can play.
Understandable.
Entire experience
Same
very
here.
special to us.
It's always such
the
a...
team's been cooking up a ton for Grounded 2, and
Yeah, I want to replay Persona 4, but it's like, there's so many other things I just need to get through.
To give you a deeper look.
No, at this point, just wait
so
for the
many
revival one.
possibilities and ideas that
Yeah.
didn't make it into the first game. So with the sequel, we have the chance to dream bigger. To achieve those dreams, we partnered with the amazing folks at Eidos Montreal. Together, we're taking Grounded from the backyard to an even larger world.
I mean, this game looks good.
Brook Hollow Community Park.
Like visually or
Visually.
or...
Yeah. I don't know anything about the gameplay, not gonna lie.
Fortunately for us, Eidos Montreal became our main
don't know a whole lot
partner
either.
on developing Grounded 2. They
I
have
do
a
like the
lot
art style,
of
though, I agree.
similarities to the sorts of things that are important to us.
And
at
it's kind of
Obsidian. They
nostalgic
tend to make very narratively
because
strong games.
I
They
do
make
remember
games with
liking
really deep
Honey, I Shrunk the
characters and
Kids.
Great character progression. They
It was
make
a
games
pretty
with
fun
great
movie.
gameplay.
Everyone at Eidos Montreal
That's, quite the
is
throwback.
thrilled and honored to
Very.
be working with Obsidian Entertainment. Our two studios share a lot of DNA. The same things that are important to Obsidian Entertainment are important to us. Choice and consequences, player communities, and doing justice to great IPs and great franchises. The fact that we're the first partners that they're working with to make a sequel to their franchise feels like we're an important part of their history.
The events of Grounded 2 take place 2 years after the first game. The same 4 teenagers are returning.
So there's Max, Hoops,
Willow,
And Pete.
They're a couple years older, which means they've gone through a bit more high school, a bit more mature. It's 1992. The world's a little bit different. But we're still in that fun, nostalgic era of
So
the
what
early
happens?
1990s.
Do they just remain
In Grounded
shrunken
2,
for
we're
this
moving the action
all
out
these
of the
years?
backyard and into the Brook Hollow
These poor
Community
kids.
Park. Not only is it bigger, it allows us to tell a lot more stories and expand the world of Grounded by exploring what the community of Brook Hollow has been up to and what they've been through.
The park overall is about 3 times the size of the backyard, and our initial starting area is actually the same size as the entire backyard from the first Grounded.
3 times the size of Fallout
wasn't just
4.
to create a bigger world, but was to give us the opportunity to explore the community of Brook Hollow and what secrets have they been hiding.
Oh, they got unshrunk at the end and
What
then
we
something
love
happened.
and what we're
Well,
excited about in terms
I guess
of
we know what
park
happened then.
is the opportunity to create environments and landmarks that are mundane at normal size, but are colossal wonders when you're the size of an ant. Everything
Oh,
from
that
a
trash
giant
can.
trash can to a community picnic table or a snack bar. All of these areas come to life in a brand new way.
Part of the fun in Grounded 2 is that the park was evacuated really quickly right before our teens were shrunk. And that means that the park has been sort of turned upside down and is in a topsy-turvy state. And that leads to really fun environmental storytelling, but it also leads into the creation of amazing biomes for our characters to explore. One of my favorite examples of this is the ice cream cart. In all of the commotion,
It's the Winter
the
Wonderland.
ice cream vendor's cart has been knocked over and its contents have spilled out into the ground. And what this means for our young adventurers is that they'll be able to explore this frozen cave of interesting challenges and colorful Lovecraftian horror.
Lovecraftian horror, just a normal scorpion.
That's actually somebody decided to bury a bunch of toxic stuff in the park. And so there's all these toxic chemicals under the ground. The environment looks very cool and very spooky with all of these sort of chemical pools. And of course, nothing can live down there except for one type of insect, the cockroach.
No! Not a giant cockroach!
Reinventing environments. And in future updates, you're going to see a ton of new stuff. You do a lot of fighting against insects of all shapes and sizes. We didn't just want it to look better, we also knew we wanted to add a new layer of strategy.
Oh my god, they made it look more realistic.
The changes
What the
that
frick?
we've made aren't limited to tuning animations or adjusting attack or defense numbers or making characters or insects move faster or slower. But we did all that too, but there's also
toxic
an
stuff in
entire
a
sort of
park.
rock, paper, scissors strategy.
Probably somebody tried
involving
to
light
get rid of
attacks,
toxic stuff
heavy
without
attacks,
properly doing it.
and blocking. We've also added dashing as a new way to both get out of danger quickly
Definitely
or
not a normal
jump in
person.
for a quick attack.
I live in Texas, those roaches fly.
Have these abilities now too.
Ugh.
Sort of like a chess match.
I hate them the most.
But one that's super frenetic, looks super cool,
I've only seen them in person like
and is ultimately just a ton of fun.
3 times maybe, and all 3 times it was horrifying.
We're leaning into clear play styles for tanky warriors, low defense, high damage rogues.
We have the D&D party? We have mages?
And ranged hunters. In the first Grounded, we have mutations, and there were weapons and armors that favored different playstyles. In Grounded 2, not only will there be passive mutations, but there will also be active mutations.
Inventory.
And a lot of those mutations support these archetypes.
My favorite way to play pretty much any game
Range
is
0
chasing
put
after
me
those
in.
game-breaking builds. And that's why I'm so excited for what
Alright,
we're doing
put
with
me in.
archetypes.
We
in
can
Grounded
get the
2.
party together.
I'm all in on the rogue. Now, you can even dual wield daggers. I've been dialing in this glass cannon build that stacks
Technically,
ambush,
we can kind of get our
assassin,
current
and
D&D
cardio
party going.
mutations with the Wolfbane daggers and the Wolf
With
Spider
Silver
armor.
playing as
It
the
lets
rogue.
me open up combat
I can play
with
as attack.
massive backstab damage.
Just keep
that
his
also
sword of the
inflicts
mage,
venom.
bard.
Then I can use the extra
That works.
stamina to reposition and try to dodge, rinse, and repeat. It's high risk, high reward, and absolute chaos in all the best way. I'm looking forward to seeing what wild combos the community comes up with and what they inevitably break once they get
Spearman.
their hands on the archetype system.
Or
It's gonna
Samurai
be
Man.
awesome watching it evolve with player feedback and watching us try to keep up with all of your game-breaking builds.
One of the great things about Grounded is the variety of players it attracts, from builders to crafters and everything in between. If you've ever watched me on Casually Grounded livestream, you'd know that I'm neither. I am a murderer of insects. Personally, I prefer the term harvester.
Put that on the Google Docs.
I love going out, hitting things, and bringing the materials like insect body parts back to my friends to use. This way, we keep progressing and playing together.
We're also trying to make sure that armor and
Yeah,
equipment
that's nice.
are easily understood by the player, especially when they're playing co-op with their friends. It was really, really important for us to deliver on all of that for the bigger space and experience, because that was the only way we could truly support the feature the community has been asking for since the very first Grounded release. Mounts. Our mounts,
was this not
we call
possible
them
before?
buggies, have an entire suite of moves and have their own special abilities.
He's just
and
like
attacks.
Cashew. Oh man.
We really wanted the buggies to be an extension of the player in every way possible. And that meant making sure that buggies had unique and valuable abilities across all the core pillars of Grounded. So that doesn't just mean exploration and travel.
Okay,
That
when you
has
put like the
gameplay
bow
implications
thing
for
on top of the
combat,
spider, it looks kind of cute.
crafting, and building as well. Just like how we wanted to expand on player playstyles throughout the game.
That's
we're gonna
spider
make sure that
propaganda right there,
every
man.
buggy that
You
we
can't fall
add
for it.
has its own personality.
Look!
The Red Ant
They're
soldier
kinda
can
cute.
enlist up to 2 Red Ant workers to follow
You know,
you around
I-
and help you out.
I can't
If
help
you
but
get into
agree.
combat and you don't want to fight while you're saddled on your buggy, you can jump off and they'll
Look,
fight
the jumping
right
spiders are
alongside you and
cute.
provide support.
Like even in real life,
Weaver
like they can't even
are a
bite
little
through your
less useful
skin.
when
So
it
like,
comes to general utility, like building a base.
they're not
or
that scary at all.
but they're awesome when it comes to combat. Sure, their defenses aren't
But if a
super
spider
strong,
jumped at me,
but
I'd
they're
probably
heavy
scream.
hitters. They're also super fast, and they have some great special abilities, like a scream that allows them to stun lesser-powered insects, and the ability to shoot webs and entangle other creatures. So the Orb Weavers won't be your base-building buggy. You should use the Red Ant Soldier for that. But they're super fun for exploration and combat. Red Ant Soldiers and Orb
that could be
Weaver
kind of cool if you
spiders
could
will
ride
be
the Praying
available
Mantis,
at
but I
Game
feel like that
Preview
might be kind of
launch.
OP.
There will be others in the future, but those are the two we're starting
like,
with.
what's gonna possibly beat that?
The connection that our grounded community has with us is
A bird.
something we want to keep forging with the sequel as we make an even bigger game than the original.
Birds are like this game's equivalent of the freaking Titans in Attack on Titan.
Birds are the final boss.
It comes with some trade-offs.
Versus all the insects.
The game's not done and it's out to the world.
Is that a
But
face
there's
on the back
so
of his
much
head?
value in
What the
building it
frick?
alongside
I
the
think it
community.
is.
Buggies change how you traverse.
Have you seen Bugs
navigate
Life? Birds
the
are
park.
terrifying to bugs? Exactly. Birds beat everything.
What we're doing with Grounded 2 is we're actually keeping zip lines held back so we can see how players engage with buggies, and then we can tweak
I was
zip
gonna
lines
say that,
to bring
hey.
them back
Great
over
minds
time
think alike.
to really complement that buggy experience and make exploring the park far more fun. That kind of feedback loop helped shape
Look
the
at how much
original
fun she's
Grounded,
having.
and we wanted to shape the design for Brook Hollow Park, archetypes, buggies, all of it. We also learned a lot from that first
Okay,
time around.
honestly though,
One
Leo,
thing that stood out immediately,
like,
players
I know these are
blazed through our
promises and we have to see when the game comes out, but
that makes sense. Story,
I wouldn't mind collabing on
characters,
this.
World building, that's kind of
Get
Obsidian's
Nippy and Cashew in on it.
It's the
Yeah.
flavor we bring to the survival genre.
I
So
could
this
see it
time,
being a good
we're starting
collab
with
game.
a much bigger baseline.
I mean, it's basically the same as us playing the forest.
At Brook Hollow Park, chaos descended on a ceremony commemorating the
Yeah, the
two-year
forest,
anniversary of when
but
four
instead of crazy
teenagers were
cannibals, you have
miniaturized
giant
against their will.
murderous
One of our
bugs.
favorite parts of the first
Essentially.
game was watching the community uncover clues and spin up theories. This time around,
Did
we're
they give a
leaning
date
even more
for
into
this?
that.
I guess they'll
and
probably
we'll be
give it at
keeping
the end
a
of
close
this.
eye on
Hopefully
what our
they
players
will.
discover and how they interpret
But
it.
make sure
Because you
everything is
never know
done
what
before
might
you
inspire
release it,
us as
please.
development moves forward.
We really started to hit our groove at the end of Grounded 1. We found that being open about what we were planning and then following through was key to building trust with the community.
That
As a
makes
small
sense.
team, we
Yeah!
had to experiment
No
with
kidding.
update pacing and scope.
I'm glad that
But
you
what we
figured
found
that one
resonated
out.
the most with all of you
Yeah.
were bigger, beefier updates, even if it took us a little longer to land. So that's the plan. Larger, more complete updates spaced out just enough so we can take your feedback seriously and make every drop count. You can expect in our big updates new buggies, new biomes, new building pieces, all the good stuff. And we're launching with a public roadmap so everyone knows what to be excited about.
Okay,
in the
that's
future.
very
All
good.
of us at Obsidian Entertainment
At least let us know
and
what's
IDOS
happening.
Montreal are super excited
And what's
about
going to
how close
happen.
we are to letting all of you players get shrunk
They used
a
more than
second
10%
time
of their
and
brains.
explore the all-new park on buggies and Grounded 2. If you're a
Well, be
returning
careful.
Grounded player, we're really looking forward to you experiencing
Pretty soon they'll
all the
become
improvements.
psychers.
If this is
Start
your first time getting
getting
Tiny,
telekinesis.
then all I can tell you is that a world with an entirely new perspective and an entirely new feel awaits you in Brook Hollow Park. It's time to ride together and survive together.
Well, if we ever collab, we'd probably die together. I'll be honest.
Oh, 100%. We're getting murked by the first like spider ant we brought across.
Just all hell breaks loose. The spider army just comes and takes over our base. Oh god.
Oh man. See, I know like I'm into the base building kind of stuff, so I know I would want to focus on that. I guess I did that in the forest too. You guys all went to that cannibal cave.
That
and I
was
stayed back and kept building the base.
Yeah, man. Oh, July 29th.
Next month.
There you go. Not too long. Alright.
Oh, they're just gonna do a
Yeah, I think it's just like a
compilation of
recap.
everything at the end.
And thank you for watching.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I think we can end it here.
This is where it
Bam!
Bam!
Ooh. Alright. Okay, so yeah, promises. Who knows what the game's actually gonna be like when it releases, but the promises do look promising. I agree.
Mm-hmm. I would say for both of their games.
Oh, I mean, like, nothing's gonna top P4 Revival for me. Which chat did mention earlier that like P3 reload is like when you reload a gun, and revival is when you revive a show. That makes sense thematically. Yeah. Man, the visuals look so good.
I never thought about it like that, but yeah. I was looking at some comments on Reddit about P4 revival, like during the section we were just watching, and I saw somebody said like, if that's all they showed of P4, I bet it's not that close to coming out.
No, it's not 100%.
Which is like, I get it considering P3 Reload and Metaphor were both last year. So, and I think Vengeance was also last year, SMT Vengeance. So like, to expect to expect P4, within the next 6 to 8 months is probably asking a lot, but
no.
I'd like to think it's sometime next year.
Hopefully sometime next year. Honestly, maybe late next year, if not 2 years. Because this is
I
like,
can see it being like,
main character running through a small area that we created for this reveal.
Right.
We don't even have any of the NPCs.
Empty. There was nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that P4 remake will be like probably mid to late next year.
Mm-hmm.
And then they'll probably do like another SMT or maybe Persona 6. That would be like late 27, early 28.
Please, Persona 6. It's been cooking so long, man.
It's wild to think that Persona 5 was 2016 originally? And we could very well have a world where it's going to be 12 years between Persona, like mainline
Jesus
Personas.
Christ. Yeah, I don't know if that's acceptable. Unless if like P6 is revolutionary, then yeah, that's way too long a development cycle. I think we focus way too much on like spin-offs for P5 and milking P5 all this time.
Oh yeah, so it was P5 was 16, and then it was like, so Strikers was I think 19, and then Royal was 20, and then Tactica was like 22 or 23, and then Reload was 24, and I have Revival, which is probably going to be like 26. And then there was the Persona Dancing spin-off games, so they had one for all three of them. Like, there's been so many other Personas.
Mm-hmm.
Which is fine. I still play them, and I haven't played Strikers yet or Tactica, but I thought Reload was great. I'm sure Revival is going to be great. I've heard good things about Strikers and Tactica. Well, Strikers more so. The dancing games, from what I played on my own time, was fun. They're solid, but it definitely just feels like milking it at some point.
Yeah, a little bit. P5 was delayed by 2 to 3 years as well. Well,
damn.
I mean, considering the splash that it made, probably a worthy delay, just to make sure everything was right for Persona to hit the mainstream, truly hit the mainstream.
For sure, yeah. I know 5 was was it 5 or was it Royal? The re-release where it really blew up?
I would assume, I think P5 initially already had a pretty big pull, whereas Royal was just kind of an added bonus, but I could be wrong.
I was thinking because I do feel like I didn't really hear about Persona until after 5, but I know Royal came out, I think it was early 2020, which means it would have hit right before the pandemic, and I feel like anything that was good and hit early pandemic had the potential to be massive.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, the pandemic kind of boosted the sales for everything. And
yeah, Animal Crossing.
Mm-hmm. Content creators too.
Yep. That was when VTubers really started to take off too.
100%.
At least English VTubers.
Yeah. P5 was already a success, and Royal got the YouTuber boost. Yeah, there you go. Just more awareness, because people were doing playthroughs and stuff. P5 was big in itself. If Nier Automata didn't release the same year, this would have been bigger. I could see that. Ooh.
2016?
Yeah, I think they released in the same year.
Damn. I didn't realize that game was almost 10 years old. What the heck?
Development cycles nowadays, I guess, are just way longer because video games in and of themselves have become so detailed and expectations are super high that maybe they're like, we're not going to release it until we know for a fact this is something people would buy because it's completely new and not just like something on the same engine. Unlike older games. Or like, heck, the older fighting games with a new release basically every few months. It's just, add new characters, new game. Joker and Smash before Royal also helped. Yeah, true. I forgot that happened before Royal.
I guess it did it? Smash came out. Yeah, I think it did. Because Smash came out in I think it was 2018. And then Royal was 20. So Joker was probably 2019.
Yeah, something around there. The timeline gets mixed up in my head. But
yeah.
Regardless, looking forward to it. And I did see in chat earlier, I can't believe how long it's been between Elder Scrolls games. Well.
Oh yeah, Skyrim was freaking 2011. 14 years now. Still waiting.
Man, with that long of a wait though, it's kind of impossible that the expectations aren't so high that maybe regardless of what or how good the game is, it's just not going to meet those expectations for Elder Scrolls 6.
I think the longer it goes between releases, the more that becomes a thing, which sucks for the developers, because then it's like, they might have a really good game, but if they had released that game 2 years earlier, it would have gone over a lot better than if they released it, like nowadays.
Yeah.
And I think with Bethesda now too, like Starfield was a disappointment to a lot of people, so coming off of that, there's going to be even more demand to be like, you need to go back to your roots and, deliver a damn good game with Elder Scrolls 6, because if there's another Starfield, like, it will sell better for sure just because it's Elder Scrolls, but
well, the name will sell it, but yeah, it needs the bot support, and honestly it just needs like a fully finished game for once in Bethesda's life. Maybe you could do that.
Name for Silk. Yeah, Silk Song's another one where I think the expectations for it at this point are just like astronomical.
I honestly, Silksong I feel like is just gonna be slightly more refined Hollow Knight with a different character, whereas other people might think that it's supposed to be revolutionary, but I don't think it really is going to be. It's just a different story.
I think I heard that like Team Cherry or whatever with the original Hollow Knight, that got delayed a few times, and I guess as a team they get like scope creep a lot of the time. So like they keep thinking of new things they want to add, be that features or areas or stuff in the combat, whatever, and then they just like, okay, we're going to delay the game and add it. But they just keep doing it. And I guess the same thing could be happening for Silksong, and when you combine that with like player expectations just continuing to rise and rise and rise, like I can't even imagine the pressure that they're feeling.
Well, being a small, I think there's still like a small 3-team studio or 3-person team studio.
3 people making that game is insane.
Pretty sure it was 3 people made Hollow Knight, yeah. So considering how small the team is and how flexible that would make them, yeah, I can see that being the case. Being like, oh, here's a new lore idea that we could add in. Because Hollow Knight lore does go kind of nuts. So. Yeah. There you are.
Should have added those ideas as paid DLC. People would have eaten it up.
They would have, but I don't think there was DLC for Hollow Knight, was there? I feel like they want to release a complete game. They're not exactly a AAA studio.
Right.
Look at this. Man, the animation is so good.
In what?
Oh, I'm looking at some of the Silksong gameplay.
Oh.
Oh, apparently there were free DLC packs added to Hollow Knight. Okay, you know, that makes sense.
Wasn't Path of Pain a DLC? Oh, man.
Was it? Oh my god. You don't have to mention that. Wait a minute, I just realized what I'm looking at. This is basically just the glorified saw blades, but it's just gears now. Oh jeez, oh man.
It is. It says Path of Pain is an added sub-area location in Hollow Knight from the Grim Troop DLC.
Oh, it comes from the Grim... Oh, that's right, that was a DLC. Oh no. Oh, I can't imagine what pain they're gonna put me through in Silksong. I don't want to know. There's some interesting meters here too. I wonder what any of this means. Oh, we expended one. Oh, to throw our needle. Oh. Interesting.
Oh, wait a second. That thing that I just read about DLC says it's DLC, but on Reddit, somebody said, oh wait, they said is White Palace DLC. Never mind, that's different.
Gotcha.
White Palace is not DLC. Path of Pain is DLC.
Yeah, Path of Pain is like a secret entrance in the White Palace. They made it a secret because they knew normal people shouldn't experience that. No sane person should.
Yeah, I don't know how you endured to beat that, because I know I would have rage quit.
I didn't beat it.
Way faster than you.
0, we won? What are you talking about, Silver? Talking about P4? Or
Silksong? P4.
Yeah, I would assume so.
Although it could be both. Did Cashew do Path of Pain when he played Hollow Knight?
Oh, I'm sure Cashew beat it easy. That's what I come to expect whenever I know Cashew's played a game before me. He just does it way better. What a guy.
He do be a real gamer.
Okay, I guess what else looked interesting? It was kind of funny that we had like this whole section for like, oh, there's fishing added to Fallout 76 now. Thanks.
Yeah. The stuff that I jotted down was Outer Worlds 2, Beast of Reincarnation, Chronos the New Dawn,
oh yeah,
Mudang 2 Hearts, and Persona 4.
Mudang could be kind of interesting. The issue with that is it might end up being generic considering just like the context of the game and what it tackles. Hopefully the Korean devs, I'm assuming Korean devs are going to be able to make something unique with that.
I'm pretty sure... Ooh, big yawn. I'm pretty sure they were Korean devs, yeah.
Time to put the handheld on your throne, Zero. Finally get to play an Xbox game. Although, most of this should be releasing on PC, so...
Yeah. I think pretty much every game they showed had PC and PS5 listed, except for like 2 or 3 of them.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, the Chronos and New Dawn, it looks interesting. The main issue is that it also just kind of looks like Dead Space, but on Earth, so maybe the visual style of it isn't unique enough for people to find it memorable, which is a really big aspect for when you're thinking of your art direction for your game. It's very clearly Dead Space inspired, though.
I think for me, that sounds great since it's the same dev as Silent Hill 2 Remake, which I really liked. Very similar style to Dead Space, which I really liked. So that's kind of like match made in heaven, but who knows?
You never know what's gonna happen with these games. They could look amazing and then on release be a buggy mess. Look at Cyberpunk. Everybody was hyped for that one.
Yeah. Took them what, like 2 or 3 years to kind of get that in a good, serviceable state?
Yup. Oh, we almost forgot to talk about the Game Freak game. Did not expect something that wasn't Pokemon.
Yeah. Yeah, it was super out of left field for me. I think that was the Beast of Reincarnation one.
Yeah. It looks...
Yeah, when I saw Game Freak pop up, I like quadruple taked.
Intriguing.
In the past, the other streams had some interesting stuff.
Has Game Freak made a game that isn't Pokemon that we know of, so we can at least see an example?
I want to say that Oblivion said they've done like 2 or 3 other ones. I'm looking it up right now. Game Freak
Silver says they
games.
did.
So since Pokemon stuff, they did Tembo the Badass Elephant.
What?
Yeah. Giga Wrecker. Little Town Hero. Pocket Card Jockey Ride On. None of those games look anything like... They're all like very cartoony.
Okay.
So they're all still very different from this Beast of Reincarnation game, which had that like very realistic, serious kind of look.
Yeah. It's hard for me to imagine because, like, yeah, Game Freak is so associated with Pokemon that I can't really imagine any other visual style for them. But hey, looks promising. It could be cool.
Also did a Harmonite? Harmonite? Is that a rhythm game?
Judging from the name, I would assume so. Definitely not for
PC
me.
Game Show? I didn't even know that PC Game Show was a thing.
Was there anything interesting there?
PC Game? When was that?
I'm sure it was sometime during this week. Game made me think of Princess Mononoke. Thank you, Dino. I was thinking of that, but I forgot the name, so I didn't mention it during that section. But yeah, I think there was like the deer spirit that really resembled the one from Princess Mononoke. Wherever that is here in the trailer.
Little Town Hero had potential.
Yeah, that's... I played Tembo. It's okay. The worst thing could possibly be as any form of media is just okay. So, we'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Yeah, I'm gonna want to see like a solid gameplay preview or something.
For sure. And yeah, Animal look cute, but I don't know if it would be a game that I'd be interested in.
Oh, that was the one that was kind of like Pal World, right?
It's kind of like Pal World, but just with, I guess, cutesier graphics.
Yeah, I could see it being kind of up my alley, but I still haven't even tried Pal World, even though I've had it in my library for like over a year. So I don't know. One of these days I'll get to it.
Super Meat Boy 3D. Yeah, I've never played Super Meat Boy before. I'm not really into like the platforming rage games, so maybe not for me. But the fact that it's in 3D could be pretty hype for all the Super Meat Boy fans. This guy.
And it was most likely a gacha game since it's on mobile. Oh, yeah, the UI looked very mobile, so that checks out.
Instead of going to
that
catch
Clockwork Revolution game.
Wait, where is it? Was it the super long trailer one?
Oh, the Clockwork one? Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
that's another one of those ones that like kind of caught my eye, but at the same time, I feel like I'm not sold yet. I need to see more.
Same here. It's like the shooters with a gimmick that a formula that can work. We have seen it work with BioShock, but gameplay can potentially get boring pretty fast.
Yeah,
I think we talked about this during several other like game awards that we did or game festivals, where it's like, how do you change the FPS genre? Like, what do you add in to make it unique, its own thing, and fun and new?
Yeah, it's been so established for so long, and it has like the typical big players that doing anything to stand out and be unique is really, really hard. Like that Splitgate or whatever game with the portals, really cool idea, very unique. But like outside of that, has there been anything that really like revolutionized the genre or like stood out to that level lately? I don't know.
It's hard to say. I will say that like the gun customization part was pretty neat looking.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that and the character customization looked pretty good too.
Oh yeah. I wonder how much the time travel aspect will actually play into the game or change the story, or if it's something you can also do. Atomic Heart tried robot booty. Yeah, that's one way to revolutionize the FPS genre. Regardless, though,
I don't know if I would say it works, but it got people talking at least.
It got me interested, that's for sure. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, cool looking games. Some promising ones, but ultimately, as always, don't pre-order, my dudes. Wait and see. Wait for reviews. Promises are promises. That doesn't necessarily mean that they'll come true. Regardless, there could be some fun games that we may stream here in the future. And I'll definitely be there for P4, good or bad. If it's bad, I want to be there to make sure that I can criticize it properly for what it's done to my boy. But if it's good, then even better. And maybe we'll try out the fighting game, the Invincible fighting game. Not really a big fan of the series. I like the TV show, but it could be cool. Maybe, you never know. It's just Marvel Tokon came out, so it's kind of overshadowed, unfortunately.
Yeah. What do you mean don't pre-order Persona 4? That one I'll pre-order.
I'll wait a little bit. I'll wait and see. I really want it, but I'll wait. I have to resist.
I respect the dedication to sticking to that. I know if it's a sequel to a game I really, really want, I will generally lock that bad boy in.
You know, I can understand
yeah, for
that,
something like brand new, especially from like an unestablished studio, I totally get it.
But Zero, they have a skin I'll never use as a pre-order bonus. Well, too bad, guys. Too bad. Fortunately, you won't get that skin.
Zero is a bikini skin for the main character.
Okay, you know what? I understand that. Go ahead and pre-order, my dudes. You have my blessing.
Man.
Trailer was very early footage. Oh yeah, 100%. There's no way that's going to come out anytime soon, so we don't really have to worry about it now. They're just saying they're working on it. Yeah. Although, okay, you know what could work? Is if they've timed the release for the remake with P6.
With it?
Yeah, like, you have the remake come out, and then during then, you drop a trailer to say that P6 is now, and here's the date for it. It's a few months afterwards, so you can just build up the hype towards that.
Yeah, that would work. I was gonna, like, for some reason I thought you meant at the same time, and I was like, absolutely not. One of those will cannibalize the other one.
Exactly.
But yeah, if you use it as like a lead-in to 6, then that would work.
Well, as long as they don't delay 6 any further than what they already have, I'm sure.
Yeah. Internally, I'm sure it's been delayed at least a few times. Showed in Summer Game Fest, but Mouse PI for Hire is a day 1 for me. That one looked kind of funny.
That one looked fun. It had a pretty cool art style to it. And honestly, there were some
like the Steamboat Willie looking one, right?
Yeah, there were some similar looking ones in Summer Games Fest. A lot of neat ideas there.
Persona 6 is actually Metaphor too. Hey, I loved Metaphor.
Still have to play Metaphor.
Oh my god, Zero is so good.
I know it's so good, but like all these damn games are so long.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's the thing that you and I get killed with the most, is both of us have like a lot of long games on our list.
Yeah. Tell me about it.
Not enough time in the day.
You will experience my pay too once you get hooked on Trails in the Sky.
Yeah, that remake is going to be deadly.
Hopefully they do it justice. I mean, all their games have been good so far, so I think they will. We'll see. All right.
All of the trailers I've seen look pretty good.
I think we should probably call it there, though. It's been pretty good so far.
I think that sounds good. Yeah, I'm starting to fall asleep in my chair here.
No. I might check out the PC Game Showcase. I'll take a gander at whether or not there's anything interesting there. Maybe do a video on it on my own, but that'll do it for this week, my dudes. We'll return to our regularly scheduled programming.
Yeah, boy. Woo, baby.
So
Catch Zero playing Fallout New Vegas on Tuesday.
Almost done with it. Just got to get through the companion quest and the final DLC. Then it's over.
Oh, it's going to be sad. End of an era.
Truly.
Aren't you really close to being done with Persona 5 too?
I think so. I wouldn't know. You know? Like, oftentimes when you think that you're done with a Persona game, it's like, oh, but you have 3
That's
more
true.
new months.
Nani?
Right, yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to have to check your most recent VOD, but I feel like you're getting pretty close.
We're about to smack Maruki in the face, so maybe. Who knows? Maybe there's another boss after that. Maybe you gotta fight another god. How JRPGs go.
The royal exclusive god.
Yeah, 100%. But alright dudes, that's gonna do it from us today. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll catch you in the next one. Later dudes. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.